Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 428 live. Let's go. Welcome to a very special championship edition of Wrestle Wars. It's going to be the last Wrestle Wars of the year. We will have no more Wrestle Wars, no Starrcade, no YTD Academy until the new year. We will, of course, still have dark matches throughout YTD Academy, but no scheduled live shows until the new year. So that said, moving forward, for those of you that are collecting those channel redemptions and gambling away and winning awards like a bunch of fiends, you will have to save those up from here on out. But tonight is all because of channel redemptions and rewards. You have two people in particular to thank for tonight's special show, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But we do have a smoking hot show tonight. Every single championship is on the line. It is a special championship edition of Wrestle Wars. Hell, it's not even the proper name for Wrestle Wars, but here we are, and we are going to light the roof on fire. But before we get into anything, before we get into the dirt sheets, we're going to invite our co-host onto the show. Episode 428 invites Froggy Mothlegs and, of course, Boss Apollo onto the show. Welcome in, guys. What's going on? What is new and exciting?
Howdy, how everybody doing tonight?
Howdy, he says. He thought he was at the Glenolaverse, and we were about to get into some Red Dead Redemption. He was trying to get into the character, wanted to get into the right tone of mind. Good for you, boss. But wrong channel, though. No, but how was your day? You guys do anything new and exciting today?
Well, nah, not really.
No. You did? Okay. You did or do?
I went to work today. Well, I went to work today this morning.
This morning, right? Yeah. And Froggy, did you work today?
No, sir, I have not.
You have not. So you had the day off. Awesome.
Shoot.
What's that?
My day's just starting. Shoot.
Your day is just starting. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, this is a good way to start it.
I agree.
But yeah, so Boss, before we get into anything else, we know that, of course, Boss Apollo has his own wrestling promotion that's running wild throughout the world of pro wrestling, and Boss happens to have a big event coming up with his promotion. I believe it is called Battleground. Is that correct?
Yep, Battleground.
Battleground is next. So tell us a little bit about Battleground and what's going down. And
all right, so Battleground gonna be the BCL first pay-per-view of the end of the year. Well, not end of the year, but of the year. And it's about...
is that Boss Championship Federation?
Yep.
Just for those that might not know.
So it'll be a big event, a lot of good matches. So I can tell you, so we have Miz versus MJF. Will be a good match for a title, for the Intercontinental United States Championship.
Nice.
We gonna have Youngblood Gray versus LA Knight.
The Intercontinental United States Championship.
So, and we'll have another good match. Kevin Owens versus Mitchell Vaughn.
Ooh, Owens versus Mitchell Vaughn. Now that I would like to watch. Take my money.
And then we got a couple other matches. It's going to be a surprise. But the highlight of the match is going to be War versus Elijah Archer.
Yeah, they've been having a crazy rivalry over there, haven't they? It's been kind of brutal, really, back and forth. Crazy. So what started that over there?
All right, so what started this was, since the Wolfpack do they want to, Elijah was going to fight John Cena. So I guess since War didn't have a fight that night, he got mad, so he decided to make a fight of his own.
Oh, so Archer gets blamed for him not being able to fight John Cena. What the hell? Really?
So he attacked Elijah and beat him. Then the next time they fought again the same night, and Elijah beat him.
Did y'all hear that? He attacked Elijah. They didn't have a wrestling match. He attacked Elijah and beat him. Right?
So basically, they were going back and forth. So the managers that night decided to say, "Look, what we gonna do is at Battleground, y'all will face each other, and then whoever should win the match that went ahead will decide the stipulation of the match, which you won. So during that time, you could decide the stipulation of that match.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking maybe a TLC match.
TLC it is.
I think that would be fun. War versus Archer, TLC. I mean, tables, ladders, and chairs. And you can even add a stipulation that you can have pins and submissions in that TLC if you would like.
All right.
You, Joe.
Another thing, whoever shall lose this match cannot compete for any title for a whole year.
Oh, damn.
Frog Hemeth legs.
Whoever loses can't challenge for the title for a year?
Yep. You can go out to any other title except that title. And you have to leave that brand.
Ooh.
Interesting.
The stakes are raised.
And so now, is that the main event? Or is that just...
That's the main event.
That's the main event. Okay.
That's a long time, 1 year.
Interesting. And what are some of the other matches on the card?
Alright,
if you have that right in front of you, I mean.
Yep, I do. Hold on, I'll tell you. We have... Okay.
Play.
Alright, so we have...
Joe Link, your numbers are 7, 4, 8. Good luck, Joe Link. There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose from if you are the chosen.
So we have Jenny Black versus Mary Death for the ECW Undisputed Championship.
Okay.
It was Jenny Black versus Ronda Rousey, but Mary Death put her out of commission.
Yo, Joe Link! Joe Link is Edge today. Ooh, I haven't done that yet today. I should do it now before everybody starts doing it and I get, like, you know, Ruby Soho tonight. I already got... Who did I get last night? Alexa Bliss, wasn't it?
Speaking of Joe Link, we have Joe Lincoln versus Cody Rhodes for the BCW.
I got Edge. Joe Link and I are both Edge tonight. Fantastic. I'll be the Rated R Superstar. You can be one of the Conquistadors. To be fair.
Joe Link,
I think that's fair.
To defend. Yeah, we had a lot of good matches. Joe Lincoln versus Cody Rhodes. We had Brock Lesnar versus Bubba Bruno.
I'm John Moxley.
We had Amber Stream.
Oh, and by the way, nobody play the lottery yet. I got to go change that quick because France with 2 L's won the YTD Championship up last night. So I got to change that real quick right now. I should have already done it, but go ahead, boss. Sorry, I just wanted to make that announcement.
Oh, okay, all right. So we have Amber and Stream versus Akira Blade for the Uprising Women's Championship.
Now that's a fight. That's not even that won't be a wrestling match. That'll be a fight.
And we have a triple threat false count anywhere. LA Knight versus Youngblood Ray versus Hero Poindexter.
Sounds like a great match, boss. Superstar. Today, Frog Hemeth legs.
And we have
in other words,
a 8-man battle royal for the King of Legends Championship.
Give me a hell yeah.
We have Roddy Piper.
Okay. Just gonna interrupt real quick. So I did change the jackpot number. So the one for the channel reward is still the same. Nobody has won that in like 2 weeks. It's freaking hilarious. I have no idea why, but that is still a go. The new number for the YTD Championship op is 269.
Superstar. Today, Leo
King Trish Stratus.
Leo King is Trish Stratus. Nice. I applaud that. I applaud that. Mostly because it wasn't me that got Trish Stratus. To be fair. 223.
Good luck, Leo.
That's close to 269. You only have to be within 50 points, so just keep track of that number.
Alright, Leo King 223.
Yep.
Is great. Your numbers are 9.
Man, somebody's got close to that already. But yet nobody has got close to the 069 in 2 weeks. It's like, what the hell? I mean, last night, because it was a number before, and I changed it because we had 069, so I put that at 169. Somebody won it last night, and then 269 tonight, and somebody's already close to winning it tonight. But nobody seems to get into the parameter of 069. It's hilarious. All right, so...
There are some amazing and fun channel rewards.
Anyways, back to what you were saying there, boss. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew they could go ahead and play the lotto.
So we have King of the Legends championship match. We have Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake Roberts, Amir Johnson, British the Bulldog.
Did you say Ahmed Johnson?
Yeah, Ahmed Johnson.
Nice.
Brutus the Bulldog.
He was like
William
the
Reed.
king. He was the king of the pump handle power slam.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon, Jerry King Lawler, and last but not least, Edge.
Nice. That's a good lineup.
Then we have the match I'm looking for is Kevin Owens versus Mitchell Vaughn, and Elijah Vardy versus War Machine.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the whole Mitchell Vaughn and sorry, who's he fighting again?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, right? Yeah, that's good. That right there is going to be a war.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a false count anywhere.
Nice. So that's the entire card?
Yep.
Awesome. No, that sounds like a good show. I mean, and sorry, when did we say this was?
It's next. Probably, I want to do it. I want to do it Monday.
Monday, okay. All right, so it's on a Monday night. All right, perfect. So, and of course, make sure you advertise that. You know, through.
I just got to try to build my ring.
I mean, I'm not talking just in promotions, right? Like, go and talk about it, get the talk going, and no holds barred throughout the week, and make sure people remember. You know.
I'm just working on my ring right now.
All right, nice. All right, so, and speaking of championship matches, the reason we are having our championship edition of Wrestle Wars tonight, yes, this is not Wednesday, it's Monday, it is a special edition of Wrestle Wars. Dogface from the Doghouse, he, of course, had Claire Lay, his client, female from the female division, win the Battle Royal last night. Now, we are, you know, there was some controversy there. I mean, one of his other team members, Team Soul Embers, happened to have a superstar of his own in that Battle Royal, a Royal Rumble, by the name of Ashley Blackheart. Now, at some point during that Royal Rumble, we ended up with two, not one but two. Ashley Blackheart, we had an imposter. We're not even sure who the second Blackheart was. Now, karma struck, and it was hilarious because one Ashley Blackheart actually eliminated the other Ashley Blackheart, and I got to be honest, that that was fun. I got great pleasure out of that. But, I mean, it was good enough distraction to give Claire Lay more game plan and more time to plan her. I mean, do you not find it weird how there was many members of Team Dogface in there, and one of the members of Team Dogface win that Royal Rumble? Right? I mean, that's a little...
Checking your odds.
Right? It is a little sketchy. It's suspect, to say the very least. But anyways, Claire Lay won, and she got to choose... any champion of her choosing at any time of her choosing. So she has chosen already to challenge Ashley Marie, the Diamond from Team AMC Me. So they're going to clash over the Women's World Championship tonight. And then in the main event, we had Tony Stone. He has cashed in his Junior Wrestling Championship and challenged the new Archiverse Wrestling World Champion, Tyler Bronco, to a match. And it is going to be a Tables Mayhem match. It is going to be a fantastic main event. But every single title is on the line tonight. Again, it is called the Championship Edition, so we wanted to make sure it was called that for a reason. So we are going to have one hell of a thrill ride this evening. All championships on the line. We're going to start off with a couple great tone-setting matches for the evening, and we're going to rock on all night long. Before we get there, we'll have a quick look at the dirt sheet, see what's going on, and then we'll get the party crack-a-lackin'. Unless you guys want to get the show started right now, we can just get into the dirt sheets while we're watching that first match. I don't care. It's up to you guys. What are your thoughts? Do you guys have things to discuss?
Not with the dirt sheets. I do have a list.
You don't
say we get right into it.
You want to dive right into it? We can do that. I think that's a good idea. I think people are already starting to show up. They want to see a show. They want to see the show of shows, and they've come to the right place for that. So let's get things crack-a-lackin'. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, episode number 428 live. Let's go.
Yeah. Frog Hemmeth legs high, Froggy. Hi, Lydia. We have working net again. Yay.
And here we go. Special championship edition of Wrestle Wars, baby. The final Wrestle Wars of the year. It is going to be one hell of a show. Fire all night long. We might just burn the stadium down. Who knows? 9 matches, 7 championship matches. It is going to be an epic evening of non-stop professional wrestling action. Froggy, are you excited?
So excited it's inappropriate.
That is ghastly. Ghastly. But I applaud that. I applaud that. All right, so I'm going to jump into some dirt sheets before we get some list going, though. There's a little bit of information, backstage news on Stardom's plans for Sasha Banks, apparently, so I'm intrigued about that. But before we get going, are we opening the betting lines for the first match of the night? And check out this first match of the evening, tone-setting match of the night. We, of course, saw the return of Carino Farmer to YTD Academy. He is here tonight to take on Scott Hall from the Outsiders in one-on-one action. As you can see, his partner in crime, he does not look like jolly old Saint Nick tonight, but he does look rather angry. Of course, that's his usual look. But we have Alan Severn, the Wolfman, in tow, joining Carino Farmer at ringside, and of course, big sexy Kevin Nash joining his partner in crime, Scott Hall, in one-on-one action here. What do you guys think? Who do you think takes this matchup, Scott Hall or Carino Farmer? Scott Hall, of course, wants to move up the rankings. He's going to have to go through Farmer to do that.
I'll go on with Carino Farmer.
You're going Farmer on this one?
Yeah, I agree with that one.
And I'm sorry, are we opening betting lines? I'm not looking at the dashboard. Oh, yep, we are. I literally just looked. And Tiliana Pierce in the house. What's going on, Tiliana? Life is great in the house. All right, so we're opening up the betting lines, and I'll get them open right now. Before I get to that article.
Tie up
All
the
right.
first betting line. Yep.
So Tiana Pierce.
All right, so who walks out with the
Together
W
we will
here?
grow strong and our communities will remain strong by our constant support for one another's endeavors.
Is it going to be Scott Hall or Carino Farmer? Boss Apollo says Carino Farmer. Froggy, what says you?
Farmer as well.
You're going with Farmer as well? I mean, I too am going with Farmer. I just, I don't think Scott Hall's going to be able to handle the psychotic, unorthodox craziness of Carino Farmer. I really don't. Maybe as part of a tag team. I mean, Nash and Hall work much better as a tag team, I find, than they do. I mean, no offense to them. But I think they're better as a team than they are on their own. And Carino Farmer, well, he really likes being on his own and quite good at it. Still one of the scariest men in the business. Probably one of the most feared on the roster, bar none, I would think. So I'm going to go with Farmer, too. I just don't... I really am not putting any faith behind Scott Hall on this one. But the betting lines are open. So let's get things crack-a-lackin', ladies and gentlemen. First match of the evening, the tone-setting match of episode number 428, Special Championship Edition of Wrestle Wars. Let's get things crack-a-lackin'.
Someone's going to have to bet on Scott Hall.
Someone's going to have to bet on Scott Hall.
So far.
Sadly, I can't bet on my own matches. It's not, they do not allow us to give you guys opportunity to earn extra Archivers bucks. I think it would be fun to have that added in as a feature, because at some point I could be winning money back from you guys. You know what I mean? Just saying.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Alright, so anyways, I'm going to dive into the article about Stardom and Sasha Banks real quick here.
From Miami, Florida,
it's very sexual, Froggy.
at 280 pounds.
Alright. That doesn't mean rub my leg, Froggy. Stop it. Give me a second. Alright, so that is not appropriate. We are live. Wait till later. Backstage news on Stardom's plans for Sasha Banks by Eric Mutter. It is WrestlingInc.com. So Sasha Banks will be making her first wrestling-related appearance since May 2022 at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle team, but questions remain about Banks' status with New Japan Pro Wrestling or its sibling promotion, Stardom. Joe Lanza of Voices of Wrestling has provided more information regarding Banks' situation in a new report. Sources have told VOW that negotiations between Banks and Bushiroad. Bushiroad, sorry. Royd. Bushiroad. I just butchered their name. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking Roids. The parent company of New Japan and Stardom began months ago, not long after Banks walked out of WWE, and that there was mutual interest between Banks and Stardom executive producer Rossi Ogawa in working out a deal. Ultimately, sources noted to VOW that a deal wasn't reached after Banks requested an asking price far beyond the budget of Stardom, causing, that's probably because she was always intending to go back to the WWE, of course. Causing Ogawa to lose interest. Months later, however, Bushiroad president Takaki Kadani would give Ogawa a green light to pursue signing Banks to a deal, leading to what sources described as a limited appearance deal for Banks that would make her the highest contracted wrestler under the Bushiroad umbrella. The deal would also reportedly dwarf what Chris Jericho was paid during his run with New Japan years ago. VOW was unable to confirm at this time whether Banks had signed a deal with Bushiroad at this time, nor if there was any interest in them bringing in Naomi for any appearances. Source did note to VOW, however, that bringing in Banks in any attempt by Bushiroad to solidify Stardom as the number 2 wrestling brand in Japan at this time. As such, VOW did confirm the plans call for Banks to be in a program for the IWGP Women's Championship, which will be defended by the current champion Kairi at Wrestle Kingdom 17. And again, if you haven't seen a Wrestle Kingdom 17, make sure you check it out. New Japan is a phenomenal promotion. I've watched them a long time. I really wish they'd get more mainstream attention in North America. Their version of WrestleMania, and it's a banger of a show. So you definitely want to check it out. Wrestlers from all over the planet go to Wrestle Kingdom and perform. But Sasha Banks joining Stardom, I mean, it's still just part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and again, it is simply just a means of building Sasha Banks up a little more before she makes her official return to the WWE, right? I mean, we know this. And I won't be surprised if Naomi makes an appearance as well, so for that matter. I don't know, what do you think, Froggy?
Well, I think Sasha's still getting some good work.
He needs to deal more damage before trying
It was so vague, their departure from the company. It was so, like, out of nowhere.
It was a little childish. Oh. There's better ways to handle it. Because here's the thing. Before you finish, here's the thing. At the end of the day, they just didn't walk out on their company, they walked out on their... Right? They displayed of... I mean, very poor sportsmanship. you know, you can be angry at your boss, but you don't, you know, start a mutiny. That's not the way things work. But they kind of did do that. But anyways, go ahead.
I just think it's got to be something pretty big for stars that have been in the company that long, who had the belts and were getting pushed, to feel like they were being disrespected. It had to be something pretty big.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah, well, so, I mean, it obviously it had something to do with McMahon, right?
Yeah. Directly or indirectly, yeah.
Not we actually ever find out that's the actual truth or not, but I mean, they were willing to put their careers on the line, you know. I don't like the way they did it. There was other ways they could have handled that, but they were willing to put their careers on the line, and then now they're willing. Why is that? Because there's different management, different ownership of, you know, that kind of really speaks volumes, you know what I mean?
It does.
So, but again, we're probably at this point, it's probably. Now, you know, I've even read reports here that them leaving might necessarily not even have been to do with Vince. It'd have been Johnny the Ace. You know, who was, you know, talent relations, etc. at the time. He was just recently let go now. Like, how long ago was he let go now, boss? Do you remember how long ago he was let go? Not that long ago, right? But
yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah, but he is now gone. By the way, Froggy, what do you think of the new changes to the Wrestle Stadium?
I can't see any of them because my phone won't let me mute the stream.
Oh, that is ghastly.
I'm on the PS party.
You don't have to mute it. You just turn it. You just turn it down.
Yeah, I physically can't.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. My phone got an update today.
That is ghastly.
And now stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, well, that tends to happen with updates these days. You know, updates and patches that are supposed to make things work better cause more problems than they do anything. It's friggin' crazy. But, boss, what do you think?
I agree. I think they could have.
No, I meant about the changes to the Wrestle War Stadium.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I made some alterations. Made the stadium a bit bigger. We now have 2 announced tables instead of 1. We now have the televised logo on the barricade, regular Wrestle Wars logo, just like on the Titantron and on the ring, actually. And we have the ABC and CBS logos on the barricade, and the electronic billboards as well. So, but yeah, so I mean, I thought a little freshen the stadium up a little bit, some changes, a little fresh look to things as we here on our final Wrestle Wars show, Championship Edition. I thought it'd be, and of course, I don't know. Did you guys see? Did we already talk? Return the OG superstar that showed up at YTD Academy. Did we already have that discussion? I can't remember now.
Off air, yes.
Was it off air? Okay. So for those that were paying attention, or maybe you're paying attention, YTD Academy had a return of a superstar that was from the Archivers 1.0 and 2.0. Management team KJ2294, their wrestler, the OG, Kurt Jordan, was a tag team partner of the Soul Man Jay Simmons. They won multiple tag team championships together, and other singles championships as well. And he's made his return, and he has already decided that he is rejoining Jay Simmons, but now they aren't going to be in there. So they had a tag team called Power and Glory back in the day. That team is now disbanded, and they are now part of a new faction. Obviously, Jay Simmons has his new faction with Team Joe Link. Phenomenal Soul. Oh, Jesus, yes. Fantastic. One of the most fierce factions in business today so far, especially over the course of this last year. They've been very dominant. So is Weapons of Mass Destruction, Wolfpack. I mean, even the Coalition is having trouble staying in the game and trying to keep in that championship picture. I mean, look what just happened. They did not even make the cut for Slammiversary 2 this year. I mean, Archer made the card barely by the skin of his teeth because he was still involved in a rivalry over the World Television Championship, but I'm sure he would have preferred to have been there with the Coalition. And of course, one of the reasons the Coalition got rid of some of their members was wow, Scott Hall just beat Carino Farmer.
Wow.
Whoa, didn't see that one coming. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, one half of the Outsiders with Big Sexy Kevin Nash. Scott Hall is your victor. Big win over Carino Sinister Farmer. That is crazy.
I didn't see that coming at all.
What a crazy way to start the show. All right, I'll let you. Did anybody betting on Scott Hall? I mean, I'm surprised Glennola didn't wake up in the middle of his nap thinking, hey, I could probably bet $10 Archiver's bucks on a match.
Huge victory tonight for Scott Hall.
All right, hold on. Let me issue the payout for that. Oh, somebody did bet on Scott Hall. Wow, I thought Carino Farmer was taking that match for sure. I cannot believe Scott Hall pulled that off. Wow. Crazy. The first loss of the evening for the Wolfpack right there.
Who gets our money?
Against the Outsiders. We know what our next rivalry is going to be, don't we?
That'd be a good rivalry right
I
there.
mean, yeah, I was just going to say, not that really upsets me. Can you imagine a nice rivalry between Nash and Hall and the Wolfpack?
Yes.
That could be a lot of fun. Hell, who knows? Maybe Hall and Nash will do a little recruiting. I mean, really, if they're going to keep up with the Wolfpack, they want to pick up at least a member or two, I would think. I mean, the Wolfpack is fucking crazy, man. They pretend we're on Starrcade, and hey, look over here, we're on Wrestle War. But have you noticed they keep showing up at both shows? You know, they're really pushing the lines and the boundaries of. It is ghastly. They are invaders. They're like Team Dogface and the superstars from the Doghouse. You know, invading and trying to take over the entire company. Bunch of fiends. All right, here we go. Next match of the night. And 3,400 Archiver's bucks have been distributed, by the way. All right, here we go. Next match of the night. The Street Profits taking on the Coalition. They, of course, newly revised and repackaged Coalition. Elijah Archer and Nick Aldis. If anybody knows Nick Aldis, he's been former TNA champion, NWA world champion 2 times, and one of the longer reigning champions of modern history. One of the best wrestlers on the planet today is Nick Aldis, and he has signed and inked a contract just a few weeks ago with the Archiverse, and he immediately clicked and aligned himself with Archer. Just happened to be Archer, Dave Demented, and Jason Ironman got together and decided they needed to make changes to the Coalition. They are not the same team they were. They needed to refocus and get their priorities straight, and they needed to cut some dead weight. So as you all saw, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were terminated from the Coalition, and Nick Aldis slid himself right in. But what an alignment it has been. Nick Aldis, of course, made his debut very successfully. Big victory in his debut, and of course he ended up in the corner for one of Archer's matches, and that was a recent match of Elijah Archer. Actually, he ended up starching his opponent. And now they are here tonight. They've already had a tag team match in YT Academy. Tonight they make their tag team debut here on Wrestle Wars for the Special Championship Edition. There's no titles on the line. However, this would, of course, align either one of these teams very nicely in that World Tag Team Championship title picture, wouldn't you think, Froggy? I mean, how would you keep them out of the conversation? Teams beats one another. I mean, 2 of the best teams on the roster.
Fair point. Fair point.
Together we will grow.
So what do you think? Will I get the betting line open? Actually, am I opening a betting line for this? I'm just going to check here now. Yo, Krondos in the house! What's going on, Krondos? Tiliana, did you open just the one betting line? I'm scrolling back through. I should ban you all. I need better mods. They should be giving me this information.
Ingrate.
Glad to hear you are great, Chronos. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, my brother. Good to have the fan jam coming together to have some fun.
There we go.
Where did the first betting line get open? Did it just like disappear from my screen? Honestly, like, it must be back really far. I don't see it at all. I have no idea why, because.
And another.
And Curleedy is in the house. Leedy Lobster. What's going on, Leedy? Did we get a shout out for Curleedy already? Hell, I can't even find the... Oh, betting lines are being open anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Thank you, Tiliana. See, Tiliana's got the vibes. Thank you very much, Tiliana. Of course, one of our amazing community members just decided to take it upon herself and just open up some other betting lines. That way I don't have to keep scrolling. Appreciate that. No banning for Tiliana Pierce tonight. All right, so let me go ahead and get that open. Yeah, you know what the funny thing is, though? I wasn't even lying. Like, for some reason, because I saw her open the first betting line. That's why I opened it. Well, that and you guys said something, but when I went back, it wasn't even there. It's like it didn't happen, but I don't know. But yet the rest of the conversation was there. Stupid dashboard. All right, so who walks out with the W here? We got the Street Profits. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. And they have been clawing their way back into the division's top 5 very slowly, but are really focused lately, and they are looking to get back into that title picture. They would really like to dethrone the Coalition here, but I don't know. I saw them have their match over in YTD Academy. Now, although it was a debut match, and okay, fine, it was YTD Academy, but man, Aldis and Archer looked good together, didn't they? Froggy, did you see the match?
No, I haven't.
You didn't?
I made breakfast and then got on the party chat with you.
Ghastly, that is a shame. Well, actually, that match took place, I believe, yesterday. I believe it was. Boss, did you see it, Boss?
Yeah, that's a good match.
Yeah, it was a great match. I mean, they handled business very, very quickly. I believe it was Mustache Mountain they took on. Did they face Mustache Mountain?
Yeah, was it Mustache? I think it was Mustache Mountain.
Yeah, I think it was too. Yeah. So, but let's see what happens. I'm going to get the betting line open right now, so you guys have 5 minutes to make your bets on who you think is going to win, the Street Profits or the Coalition. And there we go. Betting lines are open, and it is showtime and go time. Matchup number 2, the Street Profits taking on the Coalition. Falls count anywhere. Let's go. All right, we can dive back into the dirt sheets here. Actually, I'm going to check and make sure I'm caught up in the chat before somebody slides anything in I don't want or I missed something. Tiliano says if someone confirms the redeem, it'll disappear off the dashboard. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh, thank you, Tiliana. I learn something new every day. I mean, I've been on Twitch for, now, to be fair, the Archiverse isn't quite 2 years old yet. We are coming up on that benchmark here shortly. The channel itself is, I've been on Twitch. Actually, hold on. Let's find out. So there we go. I've been on Twitch 2 years, 8 months, 2 days, and 7 hours. But I was on a little over 8 months before I actually started the show. So we're not quite, it won't be, I believe it is January, near the end of January somewhere. Not really a statistics, I've never really kept track of that statistic, so. But yeah, it's in January somewhere. Alright. Let's see, where were we with the dirt sheets? We just went over the Sasha Banks. Oh, here's something interesting. Not surprising either. So, F4W Online. It's an article by Brian Rose. and reports that WWE sends Matt Riddle to rehab after a second failed drug test.
Wow.
Is anybody shocked?
I'm not.
No, I mean his erratic behavior, that whole incident with the text messages to that lady. I mean, so many things were adding up to, it. We've seen it before, right? We've seen it before with other superstars.
Yep.
One in particular.
He's no different.
Right? He's no different. So, according to a report, Matt Riddle is currently in rehab following a second failed drug test. Cassidy Haynes of BodySlam.net reported Monday that Riddle was written off last week's Raw due to failing his second drug test since earlier this summer. When a proposed match against Seth Rollins for SummerSlam was moved to WWE Clash at the Castle after Riddle failed the first test. At the time of the first drug test failure, the report said that Riddle was told that the second failed test would result in rehab or fired situation, similar to the one Jeff Hardy was given prior to his WWE departure last year. The belief going around is that he has already entered treatment or will be going in as soon as most programs run 30 days, and he would need to be finished in time for his return in 6 weeks. Haynes wrote, "What came up in the failed isn't currently known." Riddle was written off television last week after Solo Sikoa attacked him following a match on Raw. Riddle was stretchered out after Sikoa gave him the Samoan spike and then landed a running hip Ross, it says Rip Ross, to the corner. The Riddle Rip Ross with Riddle neck wrapped in a steel chair. I should say Riddle's neck wrapped in a steel chair, but anyways. WWE later announced that Riddle would be out of action 6 weeks due to the attack. Yes, I mean, I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. I saw that coming. I mean, you can't behave in the manner he's behaving in and not be into something, Nobody's really wired to act and behave in that manner all the time, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I really wanted to like Matt Riddle. Here's the thing. I liked him as an MMA fighter. I thought he was entertaining to watch. But then he decided that marijuana was more important than being a professional fighter. Right? So there's that. So that initially, I thought, wow, I can't believe he did that. So then he get into pro wrestling, and I thought, okay, he's trying to rejuvenate his career here a little bit. Maybe he's going to do pro wrestling for a bit and then try to go for a comeback to MMA or something to that magnitude. But no, he just keeps... Well, I mean, he tried to pull off the RVD gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, not trying. He still is being allowed to, but to me, it's not as successful as RVD was. And it's in an era where it's not like it's cool or anything, RVD did it in an era when most people were against it. It was illegal most places in the world. Now it's opening up everywhere. So, I mean, it's just not... I mean, the original Bro, sorry, that's RVD. It's RVD. But and now, then there was the incidents with the letters with the women and the failed drug test, and now another drug. My respect for Matt Riddle just keeps plummeting here. And I don't know about anybody else. I don't speak for anybody else, but for me personally, my respect level is dwindling for Matt Riddle. What do you guys think? Do you guys care? Or?
Yeah, I agree on that.
He's taking some good hits.
Yeah, I've changed every time I hear bro, I've changed the channel for like the last month or two.
Right? Yeah, me too. I just don't. So if he gets himself clean here, if he goes to rehab and stays on the street and narrow and actually does something that Jeff Hardy apparently kept refusing to do, because that's the problem here, is I just keep seeing Jeff Hardy 2.0 here, right? I see a Jeff Hardy 2.0 situation here. I'd almost like Jeff Hardy to reach out to him and say, dude, would you like me to slap you now? Honestly, somebody needs to get a hold of Matt Riddle. The guy's got talent, he's got potential, but if somebody doesn't get a hold of him and ground him, he's simply going to be another Conor McGregor. Yep, now Conor McGregor is just barely starting to much. I mean, his career could have been much better than it has been now as far as fight statistics goes if he hadn't had so much bullcrap happening in between.
Yep.
And that's what kept him out of the octagon. Sometimes they didn't talk about it, and they had other reasonings and excuses, but you knew it was being tied up in legalities and other things that, he didn't have time. You can't train if you're in court or whatever. You don't. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I will, if he stays clean, I'll give him a chance. The very next time he slips up, I don't care who hires him after that. I just don't care about Matt Riddle. And the only reason I'll give him a chance is because he decided to take it upon himself to actually go to rehab.
Yep.
Right? He made that choice, so I can say, okay, I can. So the things that have been happening, or you were portraying yourself as somebody you're not due to some substance abuse. All right, let's get rid of that and let's see what you can do with yourself after that. But I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that, I think. Yo, Reaper Seal TV! That's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not bored because you're here. I am not bored because you're here. What's going on, Reaper Seal TV? Froggy, how dare you sound off the crickets? I apologize. My co-hosts are fiends. I knew something else was going on. Speaking of Jeff, are there any plans of return for him? Depending on how long he stays clean, I think there's always a potential for Hardy to return because everybody from Triple H to everybody else in the WWE have always loved Jeff Hardy. Hence why they tried to help him so much, why they did so much for him, right? And they should have, right? Jeff Hardy doesn't get enough credit. Why does Jeff Hardy not show up on more best wrestlers lists, for instance? That guy had so many different styles combined. He was pretty technically sound. He wrestled safely. He could wrestle strong style, hardcore, extreme style. He could high fly, and he could do it well. And he could make others look good. He could make himself look good. He could tell a story in the ring. The guy is one of the full packages of pro wrestling history. And now the problem is the demons, right? The demons, I think, bother a lot of people. They do. I get that. That's why I'm hoping he's able to clean himself up and come back eventually on a Legends contract or something and do something with the business and finish off his legacy on a high note. Jeff Hardy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to be recognized as one of the great champions of all time. Matt Riddle, however, that keeps, like I said, he's going to have somebody ground him. Just because he decides to go to rehab means nothing. Other people have decided to do that and then went right back down that path. But this is the first time he's decided to go to rehab, and he made the conscious choice to go to rehab instead of losing his job, which, the last time Jeff Hardy was offered, he decided to lose his job. So I commend that, and I will give Matt Riddle another chance because of that. But Jeff Hardy, I think the only reason... What's that?
You got a fun redemption, Archer.
I have a fun redemption? Hold on. Carliti! That is not funny, Carliti. How dare you? You know why Carliti did it? Because the coalition's in this match. That is disgusting. How dare you, Carliti? That is not good. That is not good bedside manners. That is not how we treat the host with the most. I bring you quality entertainment. Week in, week out. What do I get? I get banned. I get banned by Lady Lobster after the amount of times I've been to Lady's channel and been the most gracious of guests. Had a great time with the community. I am completely disgusted. I did not neglect to say hi. I even did this. I said Carliti. I said Lady Lobster. I said your name. Wait, do you want me to say it in different languages? How dare you? But all right, I am now banned for the match. So Froggy and Boss, I leave the ship in your hands, at least till the match is over. Well, that sucks. That means I'm banned from the next goddamn match. Lady Lady, I'm very angry with you right now because although I got to see the Coalition match, I am banned from the very next match, the first championship match of the evening. That is disgusting. I mean, personally, I'm mostly disgusted because they happened to win the match so quickly after I chose to take the banning. I was hoping I would, you know, I get a little match time in and then the banning would just go away, but, you know, that's not fair. So I will accept the banning for the next match. If you keep attacking me, I'll ban. We do not keep issuing threats to the broadcast host. That is not okay. Nothing that justifies that, Curluti. That's what happens when you insult a Pisces. I did not insult a Pisces. The Pisces. I did not insult Lady Lobster. Teliana is not funny.
You're just mad that I got to
do not entertain the villainy of Curliti, please. Do not entertain that. Alright, let's move on to the next match of the night before I have to accept my banning, and of course I'll issue the payout for this match. Give me a second here. It always makes me reload the dashboard to issue the payout. I don't know why. Alright, so the winners of the match, the Coalition with a big win over the Street Profits, which nicely aligns them. Maybe not a title match anytime, but I mean, it puts them a little closer. Puts them a little closer to that spotlight. I mean, let's face it, the Coalition have some rebuilding to do. Off to a good start. Wins in YTD Academy. Victory here tonight. Fantastic. And there we go. The payout was issued.
Want to become someone else for the day?
Alright, so this is for the Junior Wrestling Championship. One of the reasons we are here tonight that started the special championship edition of Wrestle Wars to begin with was Tony Stone. By the way, if nobody saw last night's tournament, you really got to go check that out. What an evening. Epic awesomeness was just personified last night. But Tony Stone from Team YT Shadows, I mean, we ended up changing his name from the Real Deal Tony Stone to the Real Deal Awesome Tony Stone, I believe is what we ended up dubbing him as, because he was absolutely phenomenal the entire tournament and ended up winning the Junior Wrestling Championship. But Tony Stone knew unlike Ted Cobb, Tony Stone knew exactly where he was headed, and he cashed that puppy in immediately. And tonight, in the main event of the evening, Tony Stone is challenging Tyler Bronco for the Wrestle Wars World Championship. It is going to be a fire matchup. But this match is for that now vacant Junior Wrestling Championship, and it is the Eliminator matchup between, well, each and every one of these guys are former champions. You got the Terror Johnny Braddock from Team The Turret Man. You got Tenacious B, Vincent Blaze, Big Bubba Bruno. Of course, Curliti's in the house. And good timing for Curliti because her client, Adrian Adorable, the Mouth of the South, Adrian Adorable in the house, ready to rock and roll. And of course, last but not least, another member of the Wolfpack, Big Money Marcus Stevens is in the house. And of course, he showed up at YTD Academy with a bit of a different look the other night. Had a big victory, didn't do so well last night. But here again tonight and looking for championship gold. But look at the savages he's got to go through to get there, though. Adorable, Bruno, Blaze, Tenacious B, Braddock. This is one hell of a matchup. But who do you guys think walks out with the Junior Wrestling Championship here?
That's our marquee.
I'm going with Tenacious B.
You're going with Tenacious B?
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
All right, I personally am going to go. You know what? Even though I'd like to go for Braddock or Bruno, something tells me Vincent Blaze. Something tells me Vincent Blaze. Especially after his match the other day, YTD Academy. And Joe Link and I are fairly certain that Vincent Blaze actually broke the Archiver's record for the fastest match. It was either 7 or 7.5 seconds. Either way, it beats the 8-second record held by both the Professor and Elijah Archer, I believe, are the two that hold that record. Froggy, is that correct? Does Poindexter have that record as well?
No. Marcus.
Froggy has disappeared. He fell off the lily pad. He is underwater searching for little tiny parasites and insects to eat. He's hungry. How dare he leave us hanging? All right, so anyways, I'll finish opening the betting line here. We got Johnny Braddock in the house. Tenacious B. Vincent Blaze. Big Bubba Bruno. Adrian Adorable. And last but not least, big money, Marcus Stevens. And this is going to be a hell of a war for the Junior Wrestling Championship. And again, for those that are newer to the Archerverse, if you happen to be in here this evening, the Junior Wrestling Championship is a lot like one of the Pure Wrestling Championships. It is basically a stepping stone. Now, the Junior Wrestling Championship is specific to one show. Once they win that title, they can challenge any champion, whether that be a tag team champion or a singles champion. Where the Pure Wrestling Championships is brand wide. They can challenge Starrcade, they can challenge Wrestle Wars, and in the new year, we're even going to open that up to YTD Academy to give the new people that started at YTD Academy and some of the superstars that were struggling on the main roster that went back to YTD Academy to revitalize their careers a bit. It gives them an extra opportunity to get back to the main roster. So they, too, in the new year, are going to be able to challenge for that Pure Wrestling Championship. And it'll also make the division that much more fun. And it separates it a little further from the Junior Wrestling Championship, which is, of course, specific to Wrestle Wars. But whoever wins this championship again, they get to challenge any champion on the Wrestle Wars roster, whether it be a tag team champion if they happen to be part of a tag team and want to go that route, or they can challenge for singles championships. It is up to them. But here we go. We're opening the betting lines right now. 5 minutes to make your bets.
Number for a chance to win a channel redemption of your choices.
And there you go. Betting lines are open. It is showtime and go time. Championship matchup number 1 of 7. Let's go.
Good luck. There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose.
All right, now where were we in the dirt sheets? Did I even get to another article? I don't think I did.
I think you did.
I don't think I did. We were too busy ranting about Matt Riddle. I say we move on from the Matt Riddle thing because, I mean, obviously, if we keep talking about it, we're going to have an all-nighter because we could at this point, run him into the ground all night long, right? Did we figure out where Froggy went?
Nope, unless he fell asleep.
How dare he? Did he say anything in chat? Let's see here. Froggy, are you alive? Oh, he said BRB. Oh, fuck, that's right, I'm banned. Shit. God damn it, Curlady. I totally forgot. Okay, boss, I'll leave it in your hand. If you want to start a list, or if you want to just look up some dirt sheets and go through some of the dirt sheets until I'm back, that's fine too. You decide, but the ship is in your hands and Froggy's once he returns until I get back. I'm gone for the match.
And is for the Junior Wrestling Championship. Making his way to the ring, representing Demolition from Kansas City, Kansas. Weighing in at 279 pounds, the Terror, Johnny Braddock.
Never mind, Joe Link sped up the ban time. Banning has been eliminated. That should anger Curlady just a little bit. Take that, Curlady. How dare you ban me? But to be fair, Joe Link, that was, you know, again, very early to be using that. But I do appreciate the save. Joe Link, that's it. Oh, Joe Link, you are in trouble with Lady Lobster. Good luck with that. All right, so let's see here.
This sadistic brainchild of Eric Bischoff has
Jim Cornette apparently questioned. So this is a WrestlingHeadlines.com article published by Andrew Raven. So Jim Cornette apparently questions Chris Jericho's Pro Wrestling Olympic pitch. So I'm interested because I actually would love to see pro wrestling in the Olympics. I think that's the thing that should actually happen. But I've thought that for a long time and basically had the same mindset as Jericho, which is interesting. But Chris Jericho recently made a proposal to the official Olympics committee and has claimed that professional wrestling can be compared to a team-based Olympic event like figure skating. On his Jim Cornette experience, Cornette gave plenty of reasons why he feels there's no way you could include professional wrestling. He said the International Olympic Committee and anybody affiliated with it would goddamn yes. What the hell? Let me reread that. The International Olympic Committee and anybody affiliated with it would goddamn yes. Okay then. Anyways, would fucking guffaw at the idea. I don't even understand that word. But anyway, they're basically typing it out exactly as he would have said it. It must have been done like voice to text type thing. Anyways, because when you think about it, the Olympics are for sports. And in any sport, even gymnastics, people are trying to win, right? So if there's a team gymnastics or team event, all the people are on the same team. It's not people putting on a performance, but part of the performance that they are in conflict with each other. I mean, it's a headline-grabbing statement made by a headline-grabbing individual, but if you break down any of the ways that it doesn't make any sense, yes, pro wrestling is a work. They already have wrestling, so why would they add more wrestling? Oh, you said, well, this isn't Olympic style wrestling, this is professional wrestling. Well, again, then okay, if it's a legitimate contest, then you could put it in the Olympics. Or if professional wrestling was, again, two people on the same team representing the United States or whatever country against some team from another country, but then you can't grade it like gymnastics because that's not what it is and just what some people think it is. Do you know... Man, Cornette does not talk well. Do you know Get Les Thatcher come in from Cincinnati and 2 or 3 other wrestling training experts from around the world to come and judge a wrestling performance that is given totally, completely off the wall, out of context of the rest of the Olympic Games? Then what is the judging criteria? Mine would be how good can you make this match without ever showing obvious cooperation. There's never been a 10. There's never been a match you couldn't see through if you were looking close enough, but it's just ridiculous. See, so I disagree with that because I think you could do it. And again, yeah, okay, it's predetermined, but you would still have judges judging their performance. It wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be the same as them deciding on a Monday Night Raw who was going over the other. This would be 2 professional wrestling teams put in front of judges with a set of criteria they could judge, and a team would win or lose. Would win or lose. And again, if you can have pairs figure skating, pairs synchronized swimming, I mean, I don't care if they're competing. They're putting on a performance. And yes, they would like to win, but if you do it the correct way, so does the pro wrestling team, because they have to put on a better performance with whatever that criteria they come up with is. They have to perform better in the ring in front of the audience than the other team. Right?
For example, gymnastics. Gymnastics is based on your performance or how well you can perform. And wrestling would be the same situation.
Now, Cornette, again, is using the argument that, well, in sports you have 2 teams that want to win. Well, again, if you handle it correctly, you have 2 teams that are putting on the very best possible performance they can possibly give, facing off against the other team, doing the same thing in front of a set of Olympic Committee judges that have a set of criteria to say, okay, the Hart Foundation performed way better in that match. They had a more flawless run. They had more technical moves. They had whatever their criteria is, then Demolition did. for instance. That was just off the top of my head examples, but it could be done. It could be done.
See, I think what they could do is say they do not do that. They can get some wrestlers, like some legends, like Foley.
Oh, Joe Link, you just got challenged. Carliti. Oh, I love the vibes. Challenging Joe Link. Then also a championship up. So Carliti, go to the Archerverse Discord, and where it says YTD matchup requests, put whatever champion you're challenging in there, and beside it put title up. Or Joe Link or somebody can do it for her, for Carliti, I don't care. So, somebody that has the capability, go to the Discord, into the matchup request, and put Adrian Adorable versus whoever, and put title up beside that.
Yeah, he's about as proud as a peacock, Michael. And you know what?
I should have a separate section for title ups that where people can automatically, when they redeem it, they can just go right to title up and put it in there so it's there. That way that way we can clean up the matchup request thread so it's just for dark match requests as opposed to title up requests. I will do that later perhaps. But yeah, so we have 2 matchup requests. One is against Joe Lincoln, and then the other against a champion of Carliti's choice. Carliti, you can type !TAV into the chat and you can see a list of champions. And then you can challenge one of them. Except for the tag champions, you don't have a tag team partner unless you want to find one. I mean, if you would like to get yourself a tag team partner, we can make that happen too. I formally put in the request. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Carliti, and I actually look forward to that. I think Adrian Adorable and Joe Lincoln would be a great matchup, actually. Now, hopefully for your sake, Curtis, you should get a tag team partner, Curtis, because these days, I got to tell you, these days Phenomenal Soul have been very fiendish, much like the Wolfpack, so you should have some backup. Yo, Shadow in the house. What's going on, my friend? Good God, Shadows, we were just talking about Tony Stone not long ago, because I got to tell you, he had one of the absolute best performances I've ever seen in a tournament. That was absolutely phenomenal. Just went in there and ripped through everybody like a hot knife through butter. It was sensational. And it was awesome that, you know, Ted Cobb didn't know what, he had no plan. He won the title, he had no plan, so he decided to defend that title. But Tony Stone knew exactly what he wanted. He knew exactly what he wanted. He was using it as a stepping stone only. He grabbed that title. He didn't even have that title around his waist for 5 minutes. He said, I want Tyler Bronco. I want Tyler Bronco. He gets Tyler Bronco. Tonight, Table Mayhem, main event, 1v1. It is going to be the real deal. Awesome Tony Stone taking on the OG sensation of YTD, the Blueprint, Tyler Bronco, for the Wrestle Wars World Championship. It's going to be a phenomenal main event. Archerverse, you have a swear jar from... Oh! Tiliana, how dare you? When the hell did that get slipped in there? I'm going... That is ghastly. Championship request, dark match request. Tiliana, I should ban you. You know, I should just flat out ban you. That is ghastly. Alright, so there's still enough time left in this match because it is an eliminator matchup. There's still other superstars to get involved, so I will eliminate myself from this match. Boss, you've got the rest of this match yourself if you want to, you know, look up some more dirt sheets and give that a go. I'll be back after the match is over.
Right. Alright, let's some jokes. I say jokes. Let's see or something.
Jeez, that could take you out.
Thanks. You make that already.
This is not going to end well.
The purpose today is Roman winner. Straight up Roman Reigns WrestleMania. Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns. The rumor to wrestle on both night WrestleMania 39. However, according to a tweet by Steve Carey of Ringside News, this is not the case. Roman Reigns was rumored to have 2 matches on the very stage of that match. Defending the title against Punk and Cody Rhodes and Cousin The Rock. Roman has been extremely dominated since becoming Universal Champion, defeated a effective opponent and holding the number of one position in the company. WWE will observe and place the tribal chief on top of position for the show. According to a tweet posted by Steve Carey of Ringside News, there have been no talk of Reigns defending his title on 2 different nights. WWE had a lot of fun on Reigns, and we have heard the rumors that the company is considered him wrestling on both nights of WrestleMania. It will be extremely exciting to see who will take the try to keep the WrestleMania 39. If he's not busy in Hollywood, it could be his cousin The Rock, or it could be a more roadie opponent for the head of the table. So, Roman Reigns was most recently seen at Survivor Series War Games. He was put part of a War Games match. So, I'm thinking, I don't know about that. I think I'd rather see him fight.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
I know they always talk about, I don't know, if somebody was to put him over, I think I'd rather it be Cody Rhodes of that nature instead of another than Roman Reigns. But we will see what they will decide to do, man.
He just created a prime
On time will tell.
Unreal to kick out there. Not only downright extraordinary.
Hopefully they do Roman Reigns. I mean, Cody Rhodes. Now, I think they should have him fight The Rock at one moment and one point at a time. But I don't think it should be WrestleMania. I think that should go to Cody Rhodes.
From these competitors tonight, they've shown a lot of resiliency. You have to give him that. He's absorbed some damage already.
So I think what y'all think? Should Roman Reigns face The Rock, or should he face Cody Rhodes? Question is, which match do you think will bring more ticket to this thing?
Shot right to the kidney. And again. He turns it around.
But if we talk about ticket sales, I think The Rock versus Roman Reigns probably sell more tickets than Cody Rhodes. What do you do, Joey? Should The Rock face should Roman face The Rock or Cody Rhodes? Or, I got 2-part question. Should Roman Reigns face The Rock or Cody Rhodes? Or, and which match you think will bring back more ticket sales?
His beating heart will not be stopped. Listen, that should have ended things. And look at his face. At this point, you have to believe he's losing some faith in himself.
That's my question.
This is his chance.
You got one answer that question? Rock or Cody Rhodes. And which will bring more ticket sales? Cody
I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
And the heaviest hitter in the arsenal was not enough.
Had to dig deep to break that pin. But can it be done again? How much is left after that?
I can't tell if it's anger in the eyes of the
But I'm thinking
finish this, or if it's disbelief that his opponent is still in this.
Yeah, they are.
Setting it up.
Thunderous clothesline. Catapulted down on the opponent.
Shifts it back onto him. Closed fist connects.
We expected at least one iron
Powerless
bomb.
position to be in right now. Being carried around with ease.
I'm thinking the Rock probably bring more. I think Rock probably get more ticket sales. That's what I'm thinking.
That belongs on a highlight reel.
Cover.
Yeah, I think it'd be more ticket sales with the
He's
Rock.
taking some serious hurt, but somehow he's still in this. I think he managed
Cody
to
Rhodes
kick
is good,
out
don't get me
pure
wrong, man.
instinct alone.
You talk about ticket sales, I think that would go towards the Rock.
The admiration for these
But we talking about a better storyline. I don't know. What y'all think?
answering back. That's gotta be it. 2 count. What a kick out. The muscle memory's gotta be taken over now. Pure instinct to kick out before 3. Oh, spear. Does he have a winning hand now? Looking for the victory.
Gets cracked by the
A competitor has been eliminated. Turn out the lights. The party's on.
No link.
Just think there's so much room for people who need to
Probably
be
not good.
Not already has all the hearts speaking words.
Do it now. Live to fight another
There's
day.
Monkey.
Time to hit the
What is
panic
that?
button.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I agree.
A competitor has been
The Rock
eliminated.
the Rock will put it.
For the win.
The Rock will put it in Mystique, but that match to me make no sense because
The new number 40 chance to win a channel redemption of your choices. 069.
The Rock is over already. Roman Reigns already at the top already. So that match would make no sense. Like, I see ticket sales and shit like that and stuff like that, but I don't think that match it'll make no sense to me. Now, you talk about Cody Rhodes. I think it'll be best storyline, but I think, for me personally, I think it's gonna be Cody Rhodes because Roman Reigns is switching to Hollywood. So I'm thinking that it's gonna be Roman. I think it's gonna be Cody Rhodes who's winning one of the titles. The Roman Reigns is looking to do Hollywood. He is. Yeah, he do got a big future in Hollywood.
Looking for more damage here. Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
Well, I think
He's just getting beaten on all fronts here.
Holding on by a thread, maybe even less at this. Taking flight. Diving body splash.
Able to get the advantage here.
We've arrived. It's about time. The bitter end. Oof. That's got to end it this time around. What in the world? I'm pretty sure everyone in the building thought that was going to be the end of it. Myself.
And there needs to be a refocus.
This is insanity. Did you expect anything less?
Non-wedding match.
yeah. So far, it's a good
Up into
match.
the electric chair.
It's supposed to.
Oh my God, a German
I want for
Knows us anyways.
Take a good look at
it's for people. Okay.
Titan,
This
folks.
is thinking.
Knee to the face.
Where is the intent? This match is easy.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a match.
It's only a boy's game.
Oh, you can tell
Yeah,
he's
consider
feeling
it
it.
very
This
Jack
fight is pumping him up. With the suplex. Does he get him here? And if you're looking for a difference maker, well, Smith has got one. It could be over here. This is it. He's returning fire. He refuses to stay down. Pure instinct.
That first coming out. The final four. Dang, he already attacking him already. He just got in the ring.
And that a competitor has been eliminated. Schoolboy now goes through. Super kick. Inverted atomic drop incoming. Moving. And a senton to cap it off.
It happens.
Ooh, kick to that face. Like commercial speed.
He has a task at hand, but prefers to be showboating right now. Oh, ring just two count. And still in this. You are not alone in your shot, Cole.
Y'all can see when he spit out his face, out of his mouth.
Whatever's playing here can't be good.
No, y'all saw that.
Catastrophic damage.
Adorable's the first free spirit champ. Don't count him out.
Welcome back, Jolie. I mean, welcome back,
I'm shaking my head
I'll
in
take it.
disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up. That one scouted. Hits him with the count.
Yep, Adorable made Poindexter tap out in a press
He gets back into the ring.
to win the free spirits belt, and that is no mean feat.
That'll turn your
Let me
skin
tell you.
I agree.
Want to become someone else for the day? Top. Superstar and become a different superstar each day you visit.
That press, that one right there, that's the one that did it. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
What a, I was about to compliment Adorable some more, and then he got laid out.
Very adorable. Blaze versus adorable. Yes,
Double check. Gets him with the counter.
There is no chamber match that has disappointed that I know of. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, but every single one of them has been, you know, anytime the arena changes and you can use it physically to your advantage, you can climb up new areas, you can jump off of new things, that's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I agree, yep. Me too.
Putting that strain on.
What you think of, what you think about the Rock?
He had to give up.
I gotta do 65. You wanna what the?
They waited for the bell to ring. Holy shit, wow. Adrian Adorable did it. Wow, congratulations, Team Carlini, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Eliminator and the new Junior Wrestling Champion from Team Carlini, the mouth of the South, Adrian Adorable. Wow. Congratulations, lady. That was awesome. And by the way, that I think was one of the best chamber matches I've ever seen. I had never seen, I mean, nobody wanted to lose that match. I mean, there was 5 people in there at one point. I was like, holy hell. And of course, I'm sitting on the pine, riding the pine, can't even talk because I get banned by Carlini. And then Tiliana, of course, had to swoop in there and ban me again because Joe Link, of course, very graciously, thank you very much, Joe Link, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's right, applaud the man, he deserves it. Unban me, but Tiliana swooped right in there with a swear jar. She heard me talking about Jim Cornette, and of course everybody knows what I see. I don't hate Jim Cornette. I do know that he has somewhat of a mind for the business, but he really irks me. So I think everybody knows if I get talking about Jim Cornette, what happens. And the little vixen villain that Tiliana Pierce is slips a swear jar in when I start talking about Jim Cornette. I didn't even know Nobody forewarned me or I wasn't paying attention to the dashboard. It could have been that too. But we're not going to talk about that. Slips in a swear jar, and I, of course, get trapped in that bad boy. Trapped in that bad boy and had to sit on the pine by myself, all by my lonesome. But what a fucking match that was. Congratulations, lady. And, wow. I think that was the best chamber match I've seen. I think. I mean, that's going to be a tough one to top for the evening. What a match. Congratulations to the new champion. Fantastic. I'll issue the payout for that. On to the next match we go. Okay, so the winner of the match was Adrian Adorable.
Mr. Skellington.
Mr. Skellington. All right, there we go. All right, next match of the night is for the Pure Wrestling Championship, and this is the championship we were talking about just a little bit earlier. This is a little bit different than the Junior Wrestling Championship in the fact that you don't just challenge a Wrestle Wars champion, you can challenge anybody from Starrcade or Wrestle Wars, and again, in the new year, we're going to open that up to YTD Academy for the superstars again that were struggling on the main roster and went over to YTD Academy to revitalize their careers, and or new people that started at YTD Academy. It gives them an extra opportunity to get over the main roster if they can grab a hold of this championship belt. Tonight, we of course have Austin Furious from Team Anger Issues TTV. We have the man called Drek from Team Deadrek, Nathan North from Team Illustrate, and of course we have Jake Skellington. For some reason, Kyle Riley apparently seems to like his new attire. Kyle Riley putting his Pure Wrestling Championship on the line against those three villains. And by the way, why do we have two members of Mass Destruction in one match? I mean, who authorized that? You see what I'm talking about? How the teams from Team Dogface and from the Doghouse, and they're just like the Wolfpack, and phenomenal soul these days. They're starting. They're getting right on the same lines. They are all villainous and up to some crazy things. But yeah, who signed off on putting two Weapons of Mass Destruction's members in the same match? But anyways, it is a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. And that is next. Who do you guys think? It is also a submission match, by the way. This is not a regular Fatal 4-Way. It is a Fatal 4 submission eliminator. So they must submission. They must tap out or make them pass out to win the match. I'll get the betting line opened up for it.
Kyle Riley had this belt. I've got my money on the Cryptid.
You're going with Kyle Riley?
Mm-hmm.
Boss?
And not just because he's my favorite. He's also the best.
Not just because he's your favorite.
I'm going with all of them.
You're going with all of them. I'm
going with Kyle Riley myself.
You're going with Riley? You know what? Just to say I did, I'm going to go with the British Brute, Nathan North. I think he's looked pretty good. I mean, he's had a couple of falters, but he's looked very good in the matches even that he lost. And he's definitely looking for a breakout. This would be a fantastic opportunity if he's able to get his hands on that Pure Wrestling Championship. So I'm going to go with Nathan North just to say I did. But what a match though! That is one hell of a lineup. Austin Furious, Drek, Kyle Riley. It's going to be a long night for Nathan North. He better be prepared for this one. All right, so Nathan North or Kyle Riley. Those are your options. 5 minutes to make your bets. And again, this isn't just a Fatal 4-Way matchup. It is a Fatal 4 submission eliminator for the Pure Wrestling Championship. And there you go. The betting lines are officially open. And ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime and go time for the Pure Wrestling Championship. Let's go. All right.
So, yes, all right, so what's your opinion about, I read about, he facing the Rocker Rationale or Cody Rhodes?
What does it prove if he fights the Rock?
Yeah,
either The Rock's going to put him over, which he already tried to do and almost got booted out of the arena.
Yeah. See, I think, unfortunately,
The Rock over, cementing the fact that Rock is a badass, he'll have a short run and then go back to Hollywood.
I was just going to say, I think what should happen, you know what should happen with that Rock and Roman Reigns thing? I think that after Roman Reigns is finally defeated, right? Hear me out. After Roman Reigns is finally defeated, he's going to be looking for a way for that tribal chief to get back to the top of the food chain, to be back at that. He wants to be the head of the table again. Well, The Rock happened to mention how he was the true head of the table. Well, if Roman Reigns can defeat The Rock, then he can get back to that championship title picture as the head of the table. And it could put him back into that title picture later on down the road, because you know Cody Rhodes is probably going to be winning that WWE championship at some point. You know, I think I don't know what they're going to do. See, I don't understand what they're doing here. Like, are they going to split those titles up? Is Cody Rhodes going to become the undisputed champ? Because I think it is time to split them up. I really do. You know, I can understand keeping. I can understand keeping the Universal title on Roman Reigns. He's had that longer than both titles. But take the WWE Championship off of him, however you want to do that, and get that back into circulation, get people competing for that, and deal with the rest of it later. And Roman Reigns is going in to make movies and stuff soon anyways. He shouldn't even be champ. They got to soon take the titles off him anyways.
Yeah. So I think gonna happen. I think he's gonna lose both titles anyway. I think eventually, I don't know when, but he's gonna switch over to Hollywood.
Yeah, well, he definitely will. I mean, he's got the look. He's, you know, he's a big guy. He's another Jason Momoa or yeah. So, and he's been compared to Jason Momoa before, to be fair. So
yeah, cause he probably be Aquaman.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, Jason Momoa is still Aquaman, but
well, after this, when he's done Aquaman, he gonna step down and he gonna play Lobo.
Oh, really? You know what? Lobo is you know who would have made the perfect Lobo? They were actually in talks at one point, but it never came to fruition. But The Rock would be the perfect Lobo, because
they did. You're right.
Anybody that knows Lobo knows that he is this wise ass, you know, fast talking. I mean, he is a badass bounty hunter. I mean, I think The Rock would have played that to a T.
So I read Aquaman. Yeah, so he gonna step down for being Aquaman, and he gonna play Lobo.
Yeah, well, he has the look for Lobo, so I can understand that.
But The Rock, but you're right. It was conversation, because he was gonna do Lobo first before he did
Black Adam and everything.
He was gonna do Lobo first, but I definitely decided to go with Black Adam.
I think it's awesome how The Rock basically just forced Hollywood to bring Henry Cavill back as Superman.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, and not only now is there not just talks about having Black Adam and Superman in a movie, they're of course talking about doing more Superman movies and bringing Superman a little closer back to the Superman we remember. Because although he's the best Superman they've ever, because Man of Steel was fantastic. It was phenomenal, but we still haven't seen really what we want from Superman, right? We got him clashing with the Justice League, and we got Interstellar War. We want to see more down-to-earth Superman once in a while, too, just like we did in the first Superman movie. Even Superman 2, okay, with Christopher Reeves, okay, we had the Kryptonians, but it was still more down-to-earth. It wasn't just, you know, people invading Earth and everybody's angry at Superman. Superman dies. They bring him back. I mean, there was a lot of chaos surrounding that whole thing, right?
It was.
So, although it was a yeah. I mean, it was a thrill ride. And if you haven't seen Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League, watch that because it's far better.
Way better.
It's longer. Don't get me wrong, but it is way better. You'll get some people, and they haven't seen it, but some people tried. People tried to tell me it was the same as the original movie with a couple extra scenes. It was a completely different movie, man. I don't know how they got that. There were some of the same scenes in it, but it was completely different. It explained a lot more things, and it was a lot more enjoyable. But still, though, it was a thrill ride. It wasn't the Superman movie where we all still want to see, right? So, and Henry Cavill actually just did an interview recently where he stated that he plans on bringing more of the Superman we all know and love back into the character. So I'm excited, and we have The Rock for that because of his star power. He's been lobbying for this for quite some time, and yeah. So Henry Cavill is back in the, and I'm okay with that because he is the best Superman ever.
He was, yep.
He is. He really is. You know, no offense to people who love Christopher Reeves. I do too. I have all the movies. Love Christopher Reeves.
No, the worst Superman is that one.
Brandon Routh.
Yes.
Well, it's because they tried to play on the whole, he looked and sounded a bit like Christopher Reeves, especially when he delivered that famous line about airplanes being statistically safe, you know, etc. They were playing off of the Christopher Reeve lore, and they were hoping it would work. And to be honest, you know, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but Superman Returns, the first 3/4 of that movie was actually pretty good. I liked it. I like how they brought him back. They didn't go too deep into the origins of the story again. They carried on. But then, the most ridiculous plot in the history of comics. I mean, so you're telling me that after years of being the arch nemesis of Superman, and one of the most intelligent people on the planet, your plot, your idea that you thought was going to be the end-all idea is to kill Superman, was to build a fucking island of kryptonite?
Man, that was so.
That was your fucking plan? Okay. Because that right there, from the moment that from the moment you figured out that was their plot, that was their plan for the rest of the movie, it killed the rest of the movie. It was horrible, terrible.
Yeah, it was
terrible. Right? Stupid.
Well, thank you for the gift sub, Joe. It's off to you.
Joe Link with a gift sub? He gave it to you? I thought he gifted it to you. He gifted it to Tiliana Pierce. Joe Link with the gift sub to Tiliana Pierce. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Tiliana is a very valued member of this community, so the fact that she gets a gift sub is absolutely fitting and fantastic, Joe. Thank you. For that. All right. So, wait a minute. Who was it that got to the YTD channel, or not channel redemption, the YTD championship op again? Do you guys remember?
Who was? I don't remember.
I can't remember now either. It was Leo the King. That's right. That's right. Did you record that somewhere so I remember?
Yeah, his number was 223.
Yeah, he was. I forget what the exact number is off of the 269, but I didn't do the math on it.
Yeah, his number was 223.
Yeah, he's the closest so far. Yeah.
I think they held that submission through a double drop kick and got the point.
He did. All right, so anyways, I was just going to mention one more thing before we get into our lists for the evening. I just found it funny because we were talking about him earlier and talking about some of the different things that we don't enjoy and approve of concerning Matt Riddle anymore. And this is an article from ringsidenews.com by Sunil Joseph. It says, Matt Riddle was spotted with a new adult film star girlfriend, Misha Montana. New adult film star girlfriend. Froggy? I mean, that all doesn't, correlate together, does it? But anyways, Matt Riddle's personal life hasn't been so good as of late. Shocking. That is new information. Unlike his professional life in 2020, Riddle was accused of sexual assault by indie wrestler Candy Cartwright. Although Riddle was acquitted of the charges, his personal only got worse. Now it seems that Riddle has a new lady in his life, and she's quite a choice for the original bro. Matt Riddle and his wife Lisa Rennie separated last year and got divorced earlier this year. Riddle's personal life, which was in shambles, became a topic of Seth Rollins' heated feud with Riddle. While Riddle's professional life has always been on a rise, it finally feels like his personal life may be getting better as well. Since his divorce, it appears that Riddle may already be dating someone. It appears that Matt Riddle is dating adult film Misha Montana. Misha Montana posted a picture of both of them making out on her Instagram stories. I mean, I would hardly consider that a picture of them making out. You can't see it, I can. But anyways, Riddle last wrestled on Monday Night Raw last week when he was brutally attacked by Solo Sikoa following their match. And Riddle had to be stretchered out of the arena and taken to a medical facility, thus indicating that Riddle will be off television for about 6 weeks. It seems that he has some company to help him recover. And as a tune, they'll keep us updated on any changes or updates to that story. So interesting that earlier we find out that he's basically told to go to rehab and or he's suspended or fired, and then in addition to that it comes out that, you know, he's dating an adult film star. To go with all of the other insanity, I find that odd. I find that odd. So all right, so did you say what is your list tonight again, boss? I forget. Did you even say?
I thought Helen Robert did that one.
The official asking him, is he going to tap? Is he going to tap?
Oh, it was one you already did.
He's trying to hold on, but for how long? And he may have felt his grip slipping, so he releases the hold. Still was able to produce some considerable damage, though.
And did you have another one, or?
Yeah, I got to find another one.
Oh, okay. Froggy, did you have yours ready? He did. He pulled a Boss Apollo.
Yeah.
He's getting good at that. He's rivaling you. See, it's not good enough that he compete with you in the Archerverse. Management team versus management team with your superstars. He's got to compete IRL too. Sir Jack the Greatest is in the house. Of course, Sir Jack knows that his ladies are in action tonight.
Oh, Sir Jack, I heard that your ladies is...
And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Fatal 4 Submission Eliminator, and still the Pure Wrestling Champion from Team Life is Great, Psychosis, Kyle Riley, is your champion still. Congratulations, Life, and congratulations to Kyle Riley. Fantastique.
And Sir Jack, and the rumor has it, Sir Jack, that you and Leo came in talking about the Blade Sisters joining the Public Enemy.
Who's joining the Public Enemy?
The Blade Sisters.
Oh, the Blade Sisters. Yeah, Sir Jack, I was wondering about that myself. What says you about that, Sir Jack? All right, there we go. The payout was issued for that match. And we move on to the next match of the night. And here we go. Sir Jack, what great timing you have. Look at this. Next match of the night is for the Archerverse Women's World Tag Team Championship. It is a TLC tag team matchup between the New Millennia.
Awesome.
Alice and Akira Blade. And of course they are taking on the reigning defending champions. We have the winningest superstar in Archerverse history, and we have one of the most... most sensational women to join the Wrestle Wars roster in many months. She was, of course, originally a Starrcade member, signed with Vinnie K when she first inked a contract to the company, and eventually slid on over to the Wrestle Wars roster, and since then has been a sensation to the women's division. The Anomaly, Tia Stevens from Team Tiliana Pierce. Together, they are the Wolfpack Gals, and they are your champions, putting the titles on the line against these two great new sensations. Again, they've already tasted Tag Team Gold on the main roster and have been the YTD Academy Tag Team Champions as well, so they are looking to reclaim a little bit of fame here. What do you guys think, though? Who's walking out with the W? Who's walking out with the gold in this TLC contest?
I'm going with the Blade Sisters.
You're going with the Blade Sisters on this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, Sir Jack said, and we are working on trying to put together a promo and everything to help make sense, because the first woman to join the public entities don't sound bad, so I guess it's true.
Fantastique. I spelled Wolf wrong. I would have never heard the end of that from Glenola. Because I believe at some point, if he's not already, he will be lurking. And if he saw his team name spelled incorrectly, he would not be able to, you know, contain himself.
Join a public enemy. Wit, the faces of fear. They're gonna be a hell of a combination.
All right, there we go. So who's walking in with the gold in this TLC tag team matchup? Is it going to be the New Millennia or the Wolfpack Gals?
You know what, Taylor first, let me get now, Ted Brew is good, but you can't count out the Blade Sisters. And I gotta go with them now, since they're a part of Public Enemy now.
Their tag name should be Pierce the Rose Tilianakis.
Well, I mean, technically, not officially.
Well, I think it'll be official.
Hell yes.
All right, well, here we go. Archer's Women's World Tag Team Championship on the line. TLC Tag Team matchup. The New Millennia, the Wolfpack Gals. It is going to be a barn burner. Let's go. All right, so, and Froggy still MAI, I'm assuming. Did you find a list?
So Techno Oz.
Look who's here!
Hold on. I think I have it. Yep, did that list already.
You're lucky Woo's not here.
I know, right?
He would be moonwalking up and down your ass right now. Get prepared. And here comes the new YTD Academy Grand Prix Women's Wrestling Champion and her partner in crime. It is Akira Blade and Alice Blade. They are the New Millennia from Team Sir Jack the Greatest, who is in the house, by the way. Sir Jack. Yo, Techno! What's going on, Techno? What's doing exciting, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome to episode number 428. What's doing exciting? Appreciate you being here, my friend. Froggy Mothlegs has left. He must be having connection issues.
He must be.
Yeah, what's going on, Techno? What is new and exciting? What's crack-a-lackin'? Good to see you, my friend. New Millennia ready to rock and roll. We are just awaiting the reigning defending champions.
It's gonna be good.
And here they come. The Viking Rose Brewer and the Anomaly Tia Stevens.
They are the Women's World Tag Team Champions.
The Tag Team Championships are, of course, dangling above the ring as we speak. These two teams are going to have to battle it out in this tables, ladders, and chairs contest to see which one of them are going to be able to climb that ladder rung by damn rung and grab those titles down, the most prestigious tag team belts in professional wrestling today, as far as the women's division is concerned.
Yes, the Blade Sister and Angle Terror are a part of the Public Enemy. They are going to bring fear to the women.
Leo the King says, yes, the Blade Sisters and Angel Terror are part of the Public Enemy, so they are going to bring fear to the women's division. Angel Terror. Well, we kind of knew Angel Terror was. I mean, it was never really... Nobody ever really mentioned it, but we kind of all knew. You know, because I thought Angel Terror was related to Demon Razor in some form.
No, she related. Yeah, no. So I don't know. I gotta. Leo King. What's going on? I think she is. I don't know. Leo King got it.
Do enlighten us, Leo. I mean, like I said, I was under the assumption that she was somehow related to Demon Razor. That was when they first came in. I mean, we haven't given it much thought since. Like I said, nobody's even really mentioned the fact that Angel Terror might be a part of the Public Enemy, but considering part of Team Leo the King part of Public Enemy, etc., etc., one assumes.
Things are about to get very interesting and dangerous.
All right, well, while Boss is still finding a list, I actually have a list. And this is a list by IGN.com, actually. And it is the 10 best wrestling video games of all time, according to IGN, of course. This is by Mitchell Saltzman. It says so it may not seem like it given the current state of the genre, but wrestling games used to be a really big deal. They were some of the earliest examples of one-on-one fighting games back in the early days of gaming, and moving on into the N64 and PlayStation 1 eras. They provided each of those consoles with some of the best multiplayer experiences to be had. With WrestleMania 36 just around the corner, we thought it'd be a good time to celebrate the storied history of wrestling in video games. And so here are the 10 best pro wrestling video games, or pro wrestling adjacent, of all time. Yeah. All right, so number 10 on this list is Saturday Night Slam Masters, and I actually do remember that game. It actually was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun back in the day, but it says, at their core, wrestling games are fighting games, but perhaps no game embraced the fighting game aspect quite as heavily as Saturday Night Slam Masters. Developed by Capcom, Saturday Night Slam Masters was shallow fun with awesome-looking characters designed by Tetsuya Hara of Fist of the North Star fame. It also incorporated wrestling quite nicely with short character entrances, a count-out victory condition, and the ability to utilize attacks from the top rope. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it actually did have really cool-looking characters. Number 9 on the list is Fire Pro Wrestling World, and actually there's still a few people that have Fire Pro Wrestling World universes in the purple brand here in the land of Twitch. But so the Fire Pro Wrestling series has a storied history dating all the way back to 1989, but its latest iteration, Fire Pro Wrestling World, is easily the best version to date. The relationship between Fire Pro Wrestling and other wrestling games has always had a Coke or Pepsi kind of feel to it, where the wrestling fans largely preferred either one or the other due to Fire Pro Wrestling's unique control scheme and iconic isometric camera angle. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but Fire Pro Wrestling World's deep library of wrestling moves and created wrestlers is undeniably impressive and makes it worthy of a spot on this list. Have you ever... I was just going to say, have you ever played that game?
No, I never played that one.
You didn't play it? No. Froggy, are you back? No, he's not back yet. I was just going to ask if he had played the game. Has anybody else played Fire Pro Wrestling World? Anybody in the chat? You guys played that game before? Or know anybody that has or does play it? Like I said, I've actually watched it. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember the channel name, I do have it on my list of followed people, though, which is kind of funny. I can't remember what it's called, but they happen to play that specific game. And Boss Apollo has also disappeared. We're losing people left and right here. Good God, what is going on? But anyways, so YT has never heard of it? No, okay. Joe Link, have you heard of the game before? And or played Fire Pro Wrestling? What about anybody else? Leo the King, Techno, Sir Jack, anybody? Have you guys ever played it, heard about it, or know somebody that does? And while we're waiting for the answer on that, number 8 on this list is WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. It says, wrestling is at its best when it embraces and revels in the absurdity. And no wrestling game did just that better than WWF WrestleMania. The arcade game, that is. Developed by the makers of NBA Jam, WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game essentially did for wrestling what NBA Jam did for basketball. Undertaker would bust out gravestones to beat people over the head with. Razor Ramon could turn his arm into a literal razor. And Doink the Clown would attack with his hand buzzers, comically oversized mallets. It was ridiculous arcade fun and always a great spot to spend 25 cents back in a 1990s arcade. And I do agree. And I will also admit that I actually spent a lot of, I spent a lot of coins on that particular video game. Joe Lake, which game did you play? Was it the Fire Pro Wrestling World, or are we talking about this game here? The WrestleMania, the arcade game. Techno heard of it but never played it. Shadow says, you done kicking COVID's ass, Tech? Ooh, Tech, you had COVID? That sucks. Yeah, I beat it, he says. Fantastic. Glad to hear that. Techno beat COVID. Kicked its ass. This game, okay, arcade, yeah. Yeah, I of course played it. I spent many of coins on that one. Boss Apollo's back in the broadcast. What happened?
Oh, no, like, dang, guess he started himself.
Strange. We still have lost Froggy. We're not really sure what happened to Froggy. I think he is still swimming around the pond somewhere. He hopped off the lily pad. He is searching for insects. He's hungry. He found a few flies, you see.
Oh, what's that again? I know. What's the other one?
Oh, Fire Pro Wrestling World. Have you played that and or know anybody that does?
No, I have not.
No.
I'll
It's actually a pretty good game. It does have a unique control system, but it has a library of created wrestlers. Like, they have basically every wrestler you can think of in the game, and you can put them against one another. Again, it's one of those things. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Byron, looks like that ladder is perfectly placed.
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
But it has. I mean, it's a game that it's actually a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, you should try it. If you ever get the chance. Gordolo with a swear jar. How dare you, sir? That is the second one of the night. That's right. Boo the man. That is not cool. Sliding in here after sleeping all day long. Actually, that's not true. You didn't sleep all day long. You tried to sleep all day long. You just couldn't do it. Welcome in, though, Glenola. Appreciate you for stopping by. How was your nap?
I'm looking for 2 games to be on this list.
Me too, actually. But I won't say what they are.
Okay.
So number 7, actually, here's one of them, and it should be higher than 7, depending on what else is on this list. But number 7 is WWF WrestleMania 2000, and that was
that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What, number 7?
I know, right? Like, I'm curious now what else is on this list, because that is one of the best wrestling games of all time.
Look, when that game came out for the 64, that was one of the best.
Yeah.
That was the best game.
It was.
Hey, true. I still got 64. I still own that game to this day.
Yeah. The only game I think beats it is the game I haven't seen yet. We'll see if it's on the list as well, and only because they started to introduce the created title and stuff in that one. So it was a lot of fun.
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So WrestleMania 2000. So AKI Corporation is a legend in the wrestling video game world, as you'll quickly learn via this list. And while WrestleMania 2000 isn't their best game or their first game, it was the first time the developer was able to show what they were able to do with the WWF roster during a time where wrestling was at its peak, the Attitude Era. WrestleMania 2000 took the foundation of everything that was laid down in WCW versus NWO World Tour and Revenge and refined it, resulting in one of the best wrestling games of the N64 era. And I do agree with that, but there was another one. There was another one that was better, and we'll see if...
I think I know what you're talking about, but I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, we'll see if it's on the list. Number 6 was Ultimate Muscle, Legends versus New Generation. I'm not familiar with that one, actually, believe it or not. Techno says WWE No Mercy is my favorite game. So WWE No Mercy is my absolute favorite wrestling game of all time, yeah. And that's the one I'm talking about. We'll see if it's on the list, but
we talk about what it gives you.
Yeah. So this one here is called Ultimate Muscle Legends versus. I'm gonna guess this is an arcade game. We'll find out here. I don't think I've played it, but so sometimes in the world of anime games, there's just a perfect matching of developer with anime property. It happened with Arc System Works and Dragon Ball Z with Dragon Ball Fighters, and it also happened with is it Kinnikuman, known in the U.S. as Ultimate Muscle? Okay.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. It's called Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah, and AKI Corporation, Ultimate Muscle Legends versus New Generation is the perfect blend of wrestling and fantasy, featuring a combination of real-life wrestling holds, out-of-this-world super moves, and that tried-and-true AKA style of wrestling gameplay that centers around punches, grapples, and reversals. Also, there is Dick Van Dyke, which is just a fun thing to say. Yeah, I've never played that game, I'll be honest. At least I don't think I have.
I used to cartoon that back in the day when they came on. You used to cartoon that.
No, I don't think I have. So, but yeah. Number 5 on the list is WWE 2K14, and 2K14 actually was a good game.
It was.
Yeah. So the WWE 2K series has been on such a downward trend over the last few years that it can be hard to remember the good times. But the good times actually were pretty great. WWE 2K14 marked the pinnacle of the series as it was the wrestling swan song of the PS3, Xbox 360 era, and contained years of iterations and improvements to the formula, culminating in one of the best traditional wrestling games of all time. Then WWE 2K15 stumbled through the wall like the Shockmaster in 2K, and still been trying to put everything back together since. But that's besides the point. 2K14 was peak WWE 2K with a fantastic 30 years of WrestleMania mode, a plethora of match types, fantastic roster, and genuinely solid wrestling gameplay.
I'm looking for 2 more games to be on the list.
Yeah. Number 4 on the list. Now this is a game I actually didn't really like. I know a lot of people did. I personally didn't like this game specifically. But number 4 is WWE All-Stars.
I hate that. Oh, for the
yeah, I didn't like it at all. Yeah.
For the Nintendo, I mean for the GameCube. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah. So, an underrated gem, they're calling it. Again, WrestleMania 2000 should have been above this, but WWE All-Stars is quite simply the best arcadey wrestling game there's ever been. See, that's part of the problem is I don't really want to play arcade-ish style wrestling games anymore. If I want to go to an arcade and play an old style, yeah, but I'm not going to sit down on my console and play. I just don't want to. At the end of the day, I don't want to. So anyways, it says the arcade game WWE All-Stars let go any notion of realism or simulation and focused on the fun of wrestling, and the result was, shocker, a ridiculously fun wrestling game. But more than that, it was also a smartly designed fighting game, as well with some of the coolest wrestling super moves there have ever been. But again, I didn't like the game at all, so I had played it, I just didn't like it. Plain and simple.
I played it one time, then played it again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Number 3.
Two more games. You gotta go.
Yeah, well, this is probably one of them because I know it's one of them for me. Number 3 is WWE SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of the best ever.
Yes.
So, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is similar to WWE 2K14, and it was kind of the culmination of years of improvements and represented the SmackDown series when it was at its absolute best.
Yeah, it was. I agree.
Yep, then developer Ukes decided to change things up with SmackDown vs. Raw, which was its own sub-series, but Here Comes the Pain will always be remembered as the peak of the core SmackDown line of games. Its fighting was fast-paced and incredibly satisfying. The game's dynamic usage of camera angles heightened the excitement of each move. There was an insane number of match types. You could throw weapons, you could stack tables, you could stack ladders on tables, and overall the game hit a perfect blend of simplicity and depth that wasn't quite matched in later years of the series.
I agree.
So that was definitely one I was looking to see on there, and it is, so that's nice to see. Yo, Almighty Exotic in the house. Must know that the prime time players are going to be in action later tonight. Showed up to see his team go to battle. I think I sent Almighty a message. He's been, of course, busy with real life, but I did send him a message to let him know that the primetime players were, of course, the reigning defending tag team champions. So,
come on, one more game.
2 more games. Number 2 is Def Jam Fight for New York.
What, they're not wrestling again? What the fuck?
Well, you know. So Def Jam Fight for New York represented perhaps the biggest departure from AKI's bread and butter combat system, but despite a greater focus on strikes and environmental interactables, Def Jam Fight for New York is still undeniably a wrestling game, albeit, I don't know either, albeit one that trades in the spandex superheroes of the wrestling ring for hip-hop stars like Redman, Method Man, and Snoop Dogg. Fight for New York was actually the second Def Jam wrestling game from AKI, while the first game, Def Jam Vendetta, wasn't bad by any stretch. Fight for New York was simply improves on it in every way. It still holds up to this day, and if there's any justice in the world, one day we'll see it again in some form. God, I hope not.
Wait just one minute. So that beat out WrestleMania 2000, he comes to Pain?
Apparently. And others not to mention. All right, here we go. Number 1, and this is the one I was looking for. And this one actually does belong at the top of the list. WWF No Mercy. Absolute best game ever. So, yeah, woo, it made the list. Yeah, it had to be on the list, and it absolutely should be number 1. So, it says, what's so wonderful about WWF No Mercy is that despite everything it lacks in comparison to modern wrestling games, from commentary to flashy entrances to Titantron videos that sometimes that's kind of funny, look like scrambled porn, its fundamentals are scrambled porn.
I'd have heard it all.
Right? Oh my God. Its fundamentals are so strong that it still holds up in the one era that matters the most, gameplay. No Mercy simply feels amazing to play. On top of its stellar gameplay, No Mercy was also simply one of the most fully featured wrestling games on the market. It had a great story mode that branched like a visual novel depending on your wins or losses, an exhaustive creator wrestler mode, an excellent roster consisting of just about every noticeable wrestler from the Attitude Era perspective. No Mercy was the total package, and it helped cement the N64's legacy as one of the best consoles for wrestling games. Yeah, and again, that was my favorite of all time, so I'm super happy. Whoa, the new Millennia did it! Wow, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match and new Wrestle Wars Women's World Tag Team Wrestling Champions from Team from Team Sir Jack the Greatest, Alice and Akira Blade. They are the new Millennia, and they are your new champions. Congratulations to Sir Jack the Greatest. Big victory. That is it. That is all he said. Almighty Exotic says, so Def Jam was originally supposed to be a WCW game, I believe. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That seems like something they would have created, so that makes perfect sense. I've never played it. So Almighty Exotic, was it actually a decent game?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh, you played it? Oh, you have played it?
Yeah, I played both of them. Now, Def Jam Fight for New York was... There was Def Jam Fight for New York, Def Jam Icon. They both were good games. Def Jam Icon was good. I think Def Jam Icon was the best one.
Okay. Good to know. I didn't know that.
But I don't think it was a wrestling game, though.
To this day is still phenomenal.
I mean, they're saying it's a wrestling game with celebrities, basically, as opposed to your average wrestling game. See, I thought it was just more like a street fighting type game with celebrities. I did.
Basically, it was like, so they had some matches where you can fight on the streets, and then you fight on rooftops, and they had some you fight in the ring. But most of the matches you fight in the streets. So I don't see how they consider that a wrestling game.
Yeah, I mean, Almighty Exotic, would you consider it a wrestling game, or would you say it's more like a street fighting game with wrestling elements? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he says it's a street fighting game with wrestling elements. Okay, that makes more sense, because I have seen video trailers and people play the game, and it didn't look like a wrestling game, but I mean, okay, I did see, somebody body slam somebody, etc., but I mean, for the most part, it just looked like a street fighting game, and it involved...
It was like UFC with wrestling moves.
Yeah. Tiliana says, damn!
Yeah,
speaking of which, I better issue the payout for that.
Yeah, I told you they were going to lose.
The new Millennia, the new champion, so there we go. The payout has been issued. 6,500 Archer vs. Bucks has been issued. All right, so on to our next match of the evening. And Boss, did you end up finding a list?
I was so excited about what you were talking about. See what number one was. I forgot about the list. But you know what? You know what? You know why I hate when they say, all right, so you remember, so No Mercy, Don't Eat No Mercy was the only game when you fought a big person in that game, you could not pick them up. You had to keep spamming the X button to pick them up.
Yeah.
And they should bring that back to
See, I don't like button mashing. That's the thing I hate about 2K22 and even 2K20 for the most part. I liked the controls the way they were 2K19 and prior, when you actually had to press the correct buttons and utilize... I'm not a button mashing person. I hate button mashers. Can't stand them.
Not the button masher. At least, like, you know how you pick them up. Like, it has a thing. You press A, you press B. But they should bring that back. Cause ain't no way hell a Poindexter should be lifting up Andre the Giant with ease.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talking about Poindexter here, I mean, the professor is superhuman.
Oh, yeah.
At least he proves to be, anyways. Speaking of, next match of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of you that weren't paying attention to the trash can reports and other things that were circulating, trending in social media, the Professor Poindexter was, of course, seen at a California cafe having lunch with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they were discussing the future of his career, apparently, and there were, of course, other rumors circulating we won't get into right now. I mean, you can always go and check out the report yourself. But it looks like Ghost Dex Rider has ridden off into the sunset, and look at this, we got Codex. Oh my good God. Now, of course, anybody that doesn't know, Professor Poindexter has turned Wrestle Wars into the world's... It is not funny. Not funny. He has turned Wrestle Wars into the world's largest cosplay epicenter. Is absolutely ghastly. We are not here for cosplay. But this is clearly a parody of Conan the Barbarian. He is apparently Codex. So Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn taking on Codex tonight for the Archerverse World Unified Television Championship. Fat Lad versus Codex. It is Team Dogface versus Team Froggy Mothlegs. Who do you guys think is going to walk out with the gold? Is it going to be Mitchell Vaughn or Codex? You're going to have 5 minutes to make your bets.
Mitchell Vaughn, I'm going with
Codex.
And there we go. Betting lines are open.
I vote dog. And
it is showtime and go time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Archerverse World Television Championship. Let's go. All right, here we go. Now this is an Archerverse lockdown match, by the way. It is not a regular 1v1. Oh, you found a list? Nice. Boss Apollo found a list, ladies and gentlemen.
My list was 10. It's an old list back it was published back in 2009. It was the top 10 WWE match, the top 10 WWE matches of 21st century.
Nice. You know what, though? I'll be honest, I don't mind some of the older lists, because, I mean, after all, you know, we are partially podcasting. We're not just here to deliver current news, rumors, and information. We're talking about historical facts. We're talking about the history of wrestling. So it is all good. Between the rope segment must be informative.
It's a big time opportunity, Byron, as the title.
So the top, the 10 on my list is Shawn Michaels versus John Cena in Iron Man match.
Here tonight.
Cena, sorry, say that again.
Shawn Michaels versus John Cena in Iron Man match.
Oh, in an Iron Man match. Okay, I actually remember that. I do remember that. I was shocked that was going to be a thing. I mean, because I just didn't see Michael putting Cena over. I guess was why it shocked me a little bit that they went that route. I don't know.
Yeah, it did.
But anyways, go ahead.
So they ain't put no briefs about the match. So number 9 is Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 24.
Are you guys ready?
Oh my God! Why is Conan playing a guitar? Smashing a guitar. Hopefully we did not pay for that. Codex the Barbarian. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house. Team Froggy Mothlegs. Thank you very much for turning Wrestle Wars into the world's largest cosplay epicenter. I really appreciate that. Especially considering he's got other people doing it, like Kyle Riley, Life is Great, following suit. Ghastly, by the way.
Going to have an uphill battle, that's for sure. The champ facing perhaps his biggest challenge.
Number 8 is Triple H versus HBK versus Chris Benoit.
Remember to win a YTD championship matches too. Archer needs a break.
Glenola, that is not funny at all. Dogface, do not entertain that. Do not entertain that. That is not funny, Dogface. Yeah, you are here to support your good friend Archer, the host with the most. The late night place to be, the most must-see show on Twitch TV. I deliver the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. And yet you come here and you side with the villainous, the traitorous, the treacherous little bastard, Glenola. How dare you, sir?
And introducing the champion.
All right, well, Boss Apollo, I guess you're going to have to finish your list without me. I have been removed. But I shall return, and I will return with vengeance. I might just ban the entire chat.
Champion, the Professor.
All right. Number 7 on my list is Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24, which was a hell of a match, if I agree. I'll put that in the top 10 matches, like of all time on my list. Number 6 is Triple H versus Steve Austin Best out of 3 falls. No way out. 2001. That was a good match too. I remember that match. Very good match.
Now it's about what kind of legacy you're going to leave. And that
Number 6 is Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho in a ladder match. Also a good match.
Shot after shot after shot. Hammer it away. Targeting the stomach. The champ getting put on the back.
Okay. And then you had
superstars have when Corey. What does the superstar have to do to come out on top? You need to be key.
So we got Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho in a ladder match in Royal Rumble 2001. And number 5, they got Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho in a ladder match Royal Rumble 2001. So that match was so good that they put it at number 6 and number 5. Number 4 is Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle at Royal Rumble 2003. Number, oh yeah, now this match I think everybody going to agree with. And one of the greatest tag team matches ever.
Just a smidge quicker.
The Dudleys versus the Hardys versus Eddie Christian and TLC at WrestleMania 17. One of the greatest triple threat tag team matches of all time. They still go down here. Number 2 is Triple H versus Cactus Jack in the Street Fight Royal Rumble 2000.
Nice takedown.
Also a good match.
And set him up. Oh, the knee to the ace. That's going to hurt.
And number 1, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in a street fight at SummerSlam 2002. Also a good match. They went to war. But I think the Cactus Jack versus Triple H was better than this. But the part I don't get is Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho ladder match in 5 2001. And then they put it again at number 4. Oh, you know what? I'll take it back. I read it wrong. My bad. It was Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit ladder match.
Wow, and that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Archiverse Lockdown matchup and new Wrestle Wars World Unified Television Champion from Team Dogface, straight out of the doghouse, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn, representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction, is your new television champion. Congratulations to Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn, and I think that's the first time Mitchell Vaughn has held that title. I'd have to... The World Television Championship. You'd have to double check that, but I think that might be the first time he's held that specific title.
I think it is.
You can just feel it. Their championship dream has become
Archer, wasn't I in Weapons of Mass Destruction? Yes, you are. Or was? Why were you removed? Is there something I'm missing, or are you simply trying to confuse me and I should ban you? I mean, you are here with Dogface. Dogface was already here stirring the pot, trying to cause villainy. I mean, you could be doing the same thing, and I could ban you too.
Is it TAV World Champion? It's TAV?
TAV World Title. World Television Championship.
Let's see right now.
I wasn't removed.
It'd be under former champions, obviously. I wasn't removed. I was confused on if I was in or not. To my knowledge, Tony Stone was part of Weapons of Mass Destruction. Was I mistaken? Techno says anti-Vaughn fan test him for roids, right? Fat lad Mitchell Vaughn has been up to some serious business today. Winning matches over at the Doghouse. Coming back tonight over here at the Archiverse, winning one of the most prestigious championships in all of pro wrestling. Do you see his name on the list there?
I'm looking for it right now. For wrestling.
Well, it's under TAV former champions.
Nope. He hasn't won it.
He hasn't won it. Okay, so I thought so. This is the very first time that Mitchell Vaughn has held that World Television Championship. And by the way, you know, we like to poke fun and talk about Mitchell Vaughn and the weapons of mass destruction in invading the Archiverse and stealing all the titles, but let's face it, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn adding his name to the list of many greats that have held that title just adds that much more prestige to that World Television Championship.
The people who won it the most was Joe Weekend, won it 3 times, and Poindexter won it 4 times.
Are there any belts left that I haven't won?
Well, if it says 4 on there, that is now 5 because he was just defeated for that title.
Oh, well.
So he was in his 5th reign.
Okay.
Which is why you see William Regal right underneath him, right?
Yeah, Regal won it 1 time.
Yeah, he was the last champion.
Yeah, Joe Weekend won it 3, and yeah, they're going from there. I didn't think Henry was the champion before.
So, Dogface, congratulations on winning the World Television Championship for the first time. I was kind of sure that you hadn't, but I'm a little bit surprised you haven't at this point. And that is another trophy to your wall of fame, sir.
I'm surprised Jimmy Razor never won that title.
Right? Dog says, are there any belts left that I haven't won? Ghastly. He's in there boasting. How dare you, sir? Good Lord. Christian Cool's in the house. Got to start doing my thing. Enjoy the show, everybody. We will, of course. By doing your thing, I mean, are we talking about streaming here, or do you mean your other thing? Because that is ghastly. We shouldn't be talking about live on the air. It is little. You know, so it'd be a short conversation. He must have already dogged out. All right, so Mad Dog, what's going on? Just got home from work. Welcome in, Mad Dog. What's going on? What's new and exciting? All right, so I'm going to issue the payout for that last match. I'm pretty excited. You know what? I'm honestly, again, you know, we rib Dogface all the time, but I got to tell you, I'm actually pretty excited that he got a hold of that title for the first time. It kind of sucks that Poindexter lost, but hey, he's now a former 5-time champion. Nobody else can claim they've won that title 5 times.
Nope.
And no harm, no foul. He lost to Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn, one of the best in the business. There's nothing to hang your head about there. But I'm kind of excited that Fat Lad actually won that title. You know, again, it puts more prestige on that championship belt too, by the way. And of course, Dogface, Fat Lad will not be defending that title till at least the new year. All right, so let me issue the payout for that match. Just give me a moment.
All right, well, I'm ready. I got to get up in the morning, so I'm about to lurk away.
You're taking off? All right, lurk away, my friend. Appreciate you being here. You will. Well, now, are you running a show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm running a show tomorrow. I'll do
you are? Okay, perfect. So Boss Apollo will be running a show, BCF, tomorrow night. So make sure you're...
It'll be 2 tournaments. First will be the women's chapter tournament. After that, it'll be a women's tag team tournament.
Now, I won't be home until after 10 tomorrow night, but I will be by.
Okay, well, all right.
There are some amazing and fun
sound good.
All right.
Have a good night.
Will do. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good luck, Dogface.
All right.
There are some amazing and fun
I am flying solo because we're still not really sure what happened to Froggy Mothlegs. He just kind of fell off the lily pad and drifted off into the pond somewhere, so we're not really entirely sure what happened there. I mean, if there's anybody else that would like to join the broadcast, feel free to do so. I don't know if Soul Embers is lurking and not doing anything, or if anybody else has the ability to join, but if you would like to join me in the broadcast booth, feel free. In the meantime, let's get on to the next match of the evening.
9. Good luck at Shadows. There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose from if you are the Joe. Fuck.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Almighty Exotic, this one is for you. This is for the Archivers World Tag Team Championship. It is a triple threat Tornado Tag Team matchup, but it is not just your average, everyday triple threat Tornado Tag Team matchup. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an Iron Tag Team matchup. It is called the Iron Tag Team. All three teams have to try and score as many pinfalls, submissions, or knockouts as possible in a 15-minute time limit if they want to walk out of this matchup victorious. Who do you guys think it's going to be, though? Is it going to be the new sensation in the tag team division? Started making waves first at YTD Academy, both in singles competition and tag team competition. We have Darby Allin and the Hardcore Icon tables. Together, they are known as Truth and Consequences. Then we have Team Almighty Exotics superstars, the Great Champ Jackson and J.R. Jack. Together, they are, of course, the Prime Time Players. They are the reigning defending champions, and the other team looking to dethrone the champions in this competition. You know them. They've been wreaking havoc in the tag team division as of late, from Team J Negative Gaming and Team Joe Link. The Soulman Jay Simmons and the phenomenal Joe Lincoln. Together, they are Phenomenal Soul. Tag team titles are on the line. Who do you guys think is walking out with the gold? I'll get the betting line open. Just give me a moment. All right. So who walks out with the gold?
Fella on the far right.
Is it going to be Truth and Consequences? Phenomenal Soul? Or the reigning defending champions, the Prime Time Players? 5 minutes as always to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are officially open. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is showtime and go time for the Archivers World Tag Team Championships. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do not have a co-host at the moment, but I do have to visit the facilities. My bladder is screaming. It wants to have a party, but it is not having that party in my pants. So, I will be right back. While these guys are making their way to the ring, I shall take care of business. Hopefully I'll be back before the match starts. BRB, I don't know, Joe Link, somebody, tell some jokes.
The joke is bleeding. Hence fighting words, shadows. Yes.
The WWE Universe on their feet.
Bleeding on the stream today. MS. Medusa smokes as she holds her 2 titles. Then it's the Hug. Vic Federica has invaded the compound and joined Archer's army with 7 heroes. Welcome in, Raiders. We bring the meta. Welcome in, Raiders. What up, Raiders?
And here they come!
Archer is currently in the battery. Okay. Rubbing one out. Techno SMP. Jerking his gherkin. LOL. Hypertraverse. So 1 2 3 1 Gorlagiri. Together we will grow strong and our communities will remain strong by our constant support.
Multiple teams facing off in this tornado tag match.
I have returned just in time for the action. 15 minutes, tag team Iron to Gold matchup. The Iron tag team it is. And this should be a barn burner. All right, let me catch up on the chat, see what I've missed. Yo, girly girls in the house. What's going on, girly girl? Welcome in. What's new and exciting? What's going down? Let's see here. Techno said I was rubbing one out. Dogface says jerking his gherkin. How dare you? Absolutely ghastly behavior while I'm gone. I can't leave you guys alone for 2 seconds. You're all acting like a bunch of crazy school children. Bunch of villains. I should ban all of you. All right. Big Body Meta's in the house. What's going on, Big Body? BBM in the house. What's going on, BBM? How was the rest of your stream, my friend? What's new and exciting? Appreciate you being here, my brother. I wonder how Dog sleeps. Yeah, I don't think he really does. I don't think he does. Dog, do you sleep ever? He sleeps in between wrestling matches. That's what it is. Techno says laying down one would assume shadows. Oh my god. It's 6 a.m. for him. It is. Yes. Yeah, he's 5 hours ahead. Actually, I think it's closer to 6:30. Dog, is it closer to 6:30? Now I just eat a cat, and that gives me all the energy I need for the day. Yes, Dogface actually comes from planet Melmac, where eating cats is a delicacy. Girly Girl says, but I fixed Soul by making him laugh. What did I miss? Oh, Archer, nothing interesting really besides Soul having a bad day. Yeah, I was talking to Soul earlier. He told me he was having a bit of a bad day. He just needed a lap dance, he said. I don't know. That's what he told Dog, Shadows, and I. Dog, can you confirm that? Soul said a lap dance would make him feel much, much better. Is what he said. I don't know if you're going to go through with that, girly girl, or if you want to, you know, assist him in that, but that's what he said. You know, we cannot make that up. We cannot make that up. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, Joe Link says Prime Time has one fall. They do indeed. It is 1-0 for the champions. Is Almighty Exotic still here? I know he's lurking for sure. I just don't know if he's actually here. But so far, his team doing very, very well. 1-0 for Le Champions. So I was noticing, apparently they're reporting that William Regal is going to have a vice president role with WWE now. Actually, Wrestling Observer has an article from about 8 hours ago by Ian Carey. It says, William Regal will reportedly have a vice president role in WWE when he returns to the company early next year. According to a report from PW Insider, Regal and WWE has finalized a deal that will see him return to the company the first week of January. Regal will be vice president with the company, although his actual job title has not yet been revealed. Regal's previous title with the company had been WWE Director of Talent Development and Head of Global Recruiting. Tony Khan revealed on the pre-ROH Final Battle media call that AEW was not picking up the renewal option on his contract at Regal's request. Regal told Khan he was hoping to return to WWE where he could be involved in the training of his son, NXT's Charlie Dempsey. Basically, he's got a son who works at another wrestling promotion, and he really wanted us at the end of the year, when we had the option to renew his contract, he was asking that we would not. Nothing bad. We were having a great time working together, but this was an opportunity for him to go back and work in his golden years of his career with his son. So I think that's pretty understanding perspective by Tony Khan. And honestly, if it was me, I would want to do the exact same thing. I mean, I think any of us would, really, right? At that point, you're going to want to. Your son's wrestling for the biggest company in the world, and you have very good relations with that company and have the ability to go back and work for them in any capacity you want and be there to help train your son. Yeah, you're going to take that option, I would think. I think and plus, that is a big plus for WWE anyways, to have William Regal back. So, you know, I don't know who comes out better on that end. Is it William Regal or the fans, really? Girly Girl says, wrong kind of cake. What the hell did I miss? Alright, hold on. Techno says, Girly Girl must have been some cake. Dang, got any left? I'm still missing something. Y'all are making me read the chat and go back and read shit. I should ban you all. YT Shadow says, guess what? He will not make any appearances on TV no more. I mean, he probably... Are we talking about William Regal here? I mean, he won't be on TV initially, but he probably will be at some point in some capacity, I would think. Okay, so I'm back to the cake thing. Need to get the recipe then. I want to spank myself 30 times. You want to spank yourself 30 times? Oh my god. Assumes the bannable position. Be gentle. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want. Shadow says yes, William Regal. Okay, yeah. So I think that eventually he will, in some capacity, maybe even as a manager for his son, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I think that would be cool. It'd be cool for him, specifically, I would think. It'd be cool for his son, for sure. Shadow says, Tech, what are you on today? I don't know what he's on, but he wants to spank himself 30 times. I mean, to be honest, and to be fair, I mean, I would watch that. You should stream that. Techno, I think you should stream spanking yourself 30 times. Oh, I mean, if it's that pleasurable, you can continue to spank yourself throughout the stream. I really don't care. But, I mean, if you're willing to stream that, I would definitely watch that. Girly Girl says, go back a bit further. You want me to go back farther? You know how far I scrolled and still couldn't find what the start of the cake conversation was? Oh, my good God. Hold on just a second. I really should ban you. Is it before with the talk about dogs sleeping?
Absolutely planted. He knew what was coming. Impressive counter. Definitely.
Archer is currently in the bathroom. Big Body invaded too. Good God, Big Body. I did welcome you in, but I did not welcome in your invaders. Thank you very much for invading from the Big Body metaverse. You guys are awesome. Big Body's been a big supporter of the Archiverse for a long time, and I have always enjoyed stopping by his channel, enjoying the community and his content. He's a fantastic variety streamer. If you haven't already had the opportunity to follow Big Body Meta, could you please do so? Actually, I'm going to give him a shout out myself personally, seeing how I didn't acknowledge. Now, I was in the bathroom, to be fair. Big Body, I didn't realize you raided initially. There we go, Big Body Meta in the house. So if you guys haven't already followed Big Body Meta, he also, on occasion, does his own wrestling promotion. He does a fantastic job with it. His community has a great time over there. It's a lot of fun, so definitely check him out, whether it be just for the wrestling show or to check out his other content. You'll have a good time while you're there. So, Techno says, I followed them. Fantastic. Appreciate that. YT said, now I got to go back again because when I figured out he raided, I had to. Now I'm still looking for the cake conversation. I hate you all right now. I don't see a cake conversation starting here.
I think the paradigm has shifted.
Dog talking about being on a heel run, but is essential. I don't see.
Good luck, Techno. There are some amazing and sunshine rewards to choose from if you are the chosen. Play. 1, 2, 3, 1, 0, 0, your numbers are 5, 7, 7. BDS 1, 2, 3, 1.
Big Body rated 2. Well, who else rated? God, I'm missing it on that too. Good Lord. What raid did I miss? I know Big Body rated. I still can't find the cake conversation. Who else rated? I'm sure you guys all acknowledged it, but I need to acknowledge it myself. Joke time. All right, just give me a second. Let's see here.
Just in time. He's going back.
Coaches and flag my messages laughing, it will be easier to find.
Cover! 2 count. And now he comes up with a score late in the match.
All right, Joe Link, what did the Blue Jay get in trouble for at school? What did the Blue Jay get into trouble for at school?
The champ in a worst case scenario. He breaks the hold. Shoulders down.
To see a complete list of champions from each respective brand, simply tap.
Girly Girl says, read my messages. It will be easier to find. I did read your messages, and I could not find it. Read my messages. I am reading them. Did you send messages, or am I still looking for a message on here? See, I really want to ban you. I really want to ban you. No, it was not for singing. It was not for singing. He got in trouble at school for tweeting on a test. Tweeting on a test. Admit it, you loved that, Joe Link. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. And by the way, Joe Link, what is the score? I mean, at one point the champions were up 1-0, but you know, we've gone on to much broader conversations and neglect of the match at some point. It's 1-1, is it really? Wow. Oh, another fall right there. Not really sure who got the fall though at this point. You have him cake, and he spanked me 30 times. Oh, you gave him cake, and he spanked you 30 times. I mean, that sounds like a good time. I mean, that's not a lap dance, but I mean, that's a good time. Depending on what followed the spankings, I suppose. So do we know who got that last fall? The bell rang. I think somebody got busted open. Now, I don't know if they got temporarily knocked out or what happened, but somebody else scored a fall there, but I'm not sure what's going on. I know, exactly. There was so much going on, it's not clear who got that last fall. But somebody is winning this match right now. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of that informative news? Somebody is winning the match right now. Are you excited to be here to know that somebody is winning the match? And there's another fall for Phenomenal Soul. So now two teams are tied. But I'm not sure the status of the champions. Now the thing is, though, if two other teams tie, I believe it is still a draw. Therefore, the champions would still retain. I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this. But then again, I'm not entirely sure who has what fall. So this might just be a surprise for all of us, I guess. I was just dancing in front of Soul, my back facing him, and gave him cake. Ooh. I mean, actual cake, or was it pie that you called cake? Inquiring minds must know. 2-1. Okay, that's the actual official score. Do we know who has the 1? Do we know who has the 1? We have 13 seconds left. Oh, Jesus. Champ Jackson launched himself at tables, but completely flew over him. Wow, it was a draw. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, due to a draw, the championships, of course, do not change hands. Therefore, the winners of the match, and still the Wrestle Wars World Tag Team Champions from Team Almighty Exotic, the great Champ Jackson and J.R. Jack. They are known as the Prime Time Players. Now, due to a draw, everybody gets their money back from that last betting line. So just give me a moment and I'll give everybody their money back. Because there was no clear-cut winner or loser, obviously nobody's going to win that bet. All right, there we go. So I've refunded everybody their points, their Arch Rivers bucks. And I'll simply get the betting line ready to roll for the next matchup here.
Man, great match, but no winner.
All right, we are on to the co-main event and main events of the evening. The two world title matches that we are all here for. Claire Lay and Tony Stone are both fighting for world championships over the next 2 bouts. It is going to be a phenomenal way to end the evening. And I'll get the betting line open in just a moment. Sadly, no actual cake. Well, I mean, could the pie not have been offered as a side dish? I mean, was he full? Was he not hungry? I mean, is there a problem with the pie? I'm confused, but anyways. Read above. You want me to read above again? Do you know how long it took me to not find your cake conversation? Now you want me to find the answer to that question? What are you talking in riddles tonight? I hate you. Gaslight. All right. On to the co-main event of the evening. I can't believe that ended in a draw. That was absolutely disgusting. What a terrible way to end such a great match. All right, but I mean, honestly, nothing thus far has topped that Eliminator match. That was the best chamber match I'd ever seen. Fantastic. Like, nobody wanted to lose that match. I'd never seen that many people still in one chamber match at one time as there was at one point during that matchup. But anyways, next match of the night is for the Archiverse Women's Wrestling Championship. We've got Claire Lay from Team Dogface taking on the Diamond, Ashley Marie, the reigning defending champion from Team AMC Me. This is going to be an absolute slobber knocker. And who do you guys think is walking out with the Archiverse Women's Wrestling Championship tonight? Is it going to be Claire Lay or Ashley Marie? All right, let's see here. I'll get the betting line open. Apparently I can't spell. And I'm not asking for comments from the peanut gallery either. Ha ha. Fuckers. All right, so who walks out world champion? Claire Lay or Ashley Marie?
Third Traverse.
5 minutes to make your bets, as always.
Here's what I said.
And there we go. Betting lines are open. Start making your bets, you gambling fiends. But without further ado, co-main event of the evening, Archiverse Women's Wrestling Championship is on the line. Let's go. All right, here's what I said. It's just a term for shaking my ass in front of him, a.k.a. cake. Well, I mean, I would call that dangling pie, but shake cake, I suppose, does have a ring to it, doesn't it? But, I mean, anyways, I mean, was there, I mean, were you in a room full of people? Is there a reason he didn't, you know, jump into the cake, so to speak? I mean, some people jump out of cake, some people jump into cake. In this instance, Soul would have to jump into the cake, of course.
Remember, guys, the title's on the line here in this one. And I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much.
Curlini says it's not kind to hate.
Might just be the night the title changes hands.
All right, so let's see. But yeah, back to what I was saying about William Regal. I think I made the exact same choice. I think it's the right choice. And again, at the end of the day, I just win there, really, to be honest. Yeah, as you can tell, Claire Lay, the reigning defending, undisputed Women's WCW World Champion. If she wins tonight, she becomes a double World Champion. She will hold both World WCW Championship and Wrestle Wars Championship at the same time. That has not been done since the Archiverse 1.0. No one woman has held both titles from both brands since the Archiverse 1.0. So that'd be a tremendous feat, but she's got to go through a formidable champion. Multiple-time women's champion, tag team champion, highly decorated, and one of the best on the planet to this date. the Diamond Ashley Marie, the reigning defending champion on Wrestle Wars.
Nobody was with us, it was just
and not that I'm a huge Tony Khan fan, but I also think kudos to Tony Khan for being understanding of the situation as well, I think. All right. Here's some unfortunate news. Wrestling Observer from about 10 hours ago says Conan. I don't know who remembers Conan or who does know Conan, but anyways, online by Ian Carey says Conan has begun dialysis. Recalls falling asleep at business meetings, and Conan has addressed the latest on his health. So Conan addressed the latest on his health during an episode of his Keeping It 100 podcast. The 58-year-old has been experiencing health problems dating back to a bad bout of COVID-19 in February of 2021. After effects from the virus led to him having heart surgery in January, he's also currently awaiting his second kidney transplant after having previously undergone the same procedure in 2007. He noted on his podcast that he started dialysis recently. He said, "I just started dialysis today. I can tell you that for the last 8 months, and I really usually don't bring it up to you guys because that's just the way I am, but the last 8 months have been torture for me, mentally, physically," Conan said. He says it's been very, very hard to go to work, to do the show. Thank God it's the only thing I have to do, but even getting on a plane has been torture for me. I feel weak, I feel lethargic, I feel despondent, no energy, irritable, depressed, you name it, bro. I'm just not myself. It's been really hard, and it's been really hard for me to cope with this. Conan continued to talk about his health impacting his ability to work, including attending meetings about AAA developing an arena in Cancun to put on shows for tourists. He noted that he falls asleep during a casting session for actors to work on the shows. We've been auditioning people for acting roles, for the wrestling roles, and all of that. So that starts in February. We did the final casting yesterday, and bro, during the meeting I fell asleep, which is very embarrassing. Then an hour later I had a meeting with Marvel, and I fell asleep during that too, which is very embarrassing because that's just how weak I was. Conan continued to say that after going to dialysis, he is starting to feel better. However, and he said, "I wasn't there today, and it was a great experience." He went there today. It was a great experience, way better than I expected. I feel really good, and I hope to be my grumpy old self in no time. I just wanted to say that. He also said that he lost the list of people willing to donate a kidney, and is hoping those volunteers can reach out to him again. I also wanted to say that there were like 5 people who were cool enough that they wanted to donate their kidneys, and I lost that list, so if they could please get a hold of me again, because I don't know who you are or how to get a hold of you. Conan will continue to dialysis 3 days a week until he is able to get a kidney transplant. Dave Meltzer addressed Conan's health and the health of our own Jim Valley in the latest edition of Wrestling Observer newsletter. He said both Conan and Jim Valley are awaiting kidney transplants. Conan had one 13 years ago and is hoping to find a compatible donor for the second one. Conan has not been traveling to the AAA shows, but is still booking and writing the shows and sending finishes in via group chats. He also started dialysis, so his health is improved as of late and hopes to be back on the road for the December 28th show in Acapulco, Meltzer wrote. Valley is undergoing tests needed to qualify for a transplant. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully they find their transplants that's necessary. I mean, personally, I can't imagine what it's like to have to undergo things like that all the time. I mean, has anybody else in the chat room, have you guys experienced dialysis or know anybody that has? I mean, I can't imagine that's a very pleasant thing to have to go through at all times.
Every obstacle's been met with equal measures of tenacity. Just exhibiting their
Girly Girl says nobody was with us, it was just me and him. Well, I mean, was he too drunk to get the job done? Like, what was really the underlying issue here? I am confused and I don't understand. The cake was in his face. Just you and him by yourselves. I mean, that is go time. That is like its own, like Donkey Kong, biatch.
Read above what you read.
Read above what you read. Oh, nobody was okay. No, I just gave him a late birthday present, and his mood definitely changed for the better. So it was a win-win. Okay, so I'm assuming that the late birthday present was some pie. Unless Strudel's his thing, but I'm assuming that's best saved for Dogface. Shadow says, she said it's just a term for shaking my ass in front. Yeah, but I mean, shaking your ass doesn't necessarily, you know, imply that more happened. You know, that there was a full course dessert meal going on there. It was just to me, it was a teasing of the, you know. I mean, I can tell you I was walking around the house naked. That doesn't imply that I, you know, am doing anything besides that. You know what I'm saying?
These are the kinds of attacks that can put a superstar on the shelf for a long time.
So I mean, you performed better than a lap dance, is what you're saying.
Impressive counter. It's
I mean, I'm not confused. I'm not confused at all. All I know is you said the cake is AKA shaking your ass, but shaking your ass in somebody's face does not imply anything other than that. Really. For all we know, Soul was too drunk and fell down, fell asleep, wasn't sure what to do. One never knows.
Absolutely throwing all caution to the wind. Spitting in the face.
I mean, he is the captain of the struggle bus after all. 793. Unlucky. He wasn't drinking today. Oh, he behaved himself today, did he? 479. Both. What is with the long? Nobody winning the jackpot at all. I mean, not in the entirety, anyways. I mean, the channel redemption reward hasn't been won in weeks. Tonight, I believe it was Leo the King. So far, that is the closest to the YTD Academy Championship up. 394, also unlucky. Yeah, I know. He was quite mad earlier, girl. Like I said, I was actually talking to him. Wow, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Extreme Rules matchup, and still the Wrestle Wars Women's World Wrestling Champion from the team. Oh, look at this. Claire Lay is upset. Not happy with the... Oh my God, she knocked out the referee. She is pissed. Did not like that outcome. Guys, I don't think this rivalry is over between the WCW Women's World Champion and the Wrestle Wars World Champion. I think we got ourselves a heated rivalry here. But, unfortunately, the outcome of this one sees the Diamond Ashley Marie from Team AMC Me still the Wrestle Wars Women's World Champion. So congratulations to Team AMC Me. Big win over the WCW Women's World Champion. And of course, that was not a double championship matchup, so Claire Lay is still the reigning defending WCW Women's World Champion. She just was not able to complete her campaign and become champion of both brands. It was a win-win-lose. Yeah, kind of. It kind of really was, wasn't it? All right, so let me issue the payout for that.
Wow. To see a complete list of champions from each respective brand, simply type.
Ashley Marie was the victor.
WCW.
And I'll get the betting lines open for the next match of the evening and the main event of the evening.
My ass hurt from him spanking me 3-0 times. TAB Champions World Champion, Tyler Bronco Team Bucket Phenoms World Television Champion, Poindexter Team Frog Hen skipping the rest. Laughing. Main event. WCW. World Champion, Bishop B. White Team Titan G.
All right.
Champion.
Here we go. Congratulations again to the Diamond Ashley Marie and Team AMC Me. Big victory over the WCW Women's World Champion at Claire Lay. An absolute beast. All right, here we go. The main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the Archivers World Wrestling Championship, the most prestigious prize in the business today. And, of course, we have the sensation, the awesome Tony Stone. You guys watched his performance last night in the Junior Wrestling Championship Gold Rush Tournament. He was absolutely phenomenal, breezed through the competition, and he was not facing your average Joes. He was facing the who's who of that division, and he cut through it like a hot knife through butter to become the Junior Wrestling Champion, but he did not hold that championship longer than 5 minutes. He knew exactly what he wanted, and that was to challenge Tyler Bronco from Team Bucket Phenoms, and that is the next match of the night, the main event of the evening, and this is a Table Mayhem match, and it is for the Archivers World Wrestling Championship. Tony Stone versus Tyler Bronco is next. But who do you guys think is walking out the world champion? You got 5 minutes to make your bets. And there you go. The betting lines are open. All right, here we go. Tony Stone versus Tyler Bronco for the Archivers World Wrestling Championship. Let's go. Main event of the evening. The Demon Stone. He is now the Demon Stone. Tony the Demon Stone. He is now being called, according to his management team,
World Wrestling Championship.
And speaking of, here he comes. The man that made the Junior Wrestling Championship Gold Rush Tournament seem like a children's playground. And for a moment, he was a double champion because he is the TNT champion of WCW. He will become a double champion again if he's able to pull off and complete his campaign here tonight and defeat Tyler Bronco from Team Bucket Phenoms. He will be the world champion of Wrestle Wars and the TNT champion of WCW at the same time.
In recent memory.
A fantastic feat.
The challenger looking determined. He will need the performance of a lifetime to become champion.
All right. Tony Stone looking focused. Looking a little scary, not to mention. And ready to battle Tyler Bronco, the Blueprint. The OG YTD Academy sensation. And here he comes, the reigning, defending, undisputed Wrestle Wars World Champion from Team Bucket Phenoms, the Blueprint, Tyler Bronco.
Here we go, guys. The championship is on the line here in this one. And I'll tell you, Cole, the champion has never looked more dominant than right here, right now.
All right, here we go.
Here you have the championship on the line, a champion on high alert. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in store for something special. Across the shoulders, knee right to the face. German suplex.
Tyler Bronco so far all over Tony Stone, reminding the Demon why he is the Wrestle Wars World Champion. Off to a quick start is the Blueprint. Wow. Rope-assisted Pele there.
Cable matches seem almost incompatible with
Stone going upstairs, taking to the skies. Oh, he flies right over Bronco, though, who runs in underneath him.
Just a barrage of stomps.
Bronco with a little ground and pound.
Oh, man.
Tony Stone looked a little rocked. Wasn't expecting the quick pace and early firestorm of the Blueprint. Tyler Bronco, I don't think.
The stomp in every single part of his body. Counter. And now there's an opening. Outside of the ring now. What's the plan here?
Bronco going for a table. Tony Stone, though, puts him right on his back with a big spine buster.
Stump puller leg snap. Very effective. Agile escape.
Bronco right back to his feet. Runs right in. Oh! Inverted DDT by Tony Stone, and we're going to have ourselves a second table in there. Apparently the first table wasn't good enough for Tony Stone. He wants to have two in there. One is not enough, apparently.
Gets him with the counter. He's going for it all.
Bronco taken to the skies here. Oh! Misses the big diving fist drop. Good thing that table wasn't set up. He would have went right through it. And Tony Stone grabbing a third table. Oh, nails Bronco right in the face with that one, though. Bronco trying to get back to his feet here. Here comes Stone. Bronco nails him with a barrage of strikes. Down goes Stone. Oh, right into the ring post.
So much damage inflicted.
Big jumping knee drop right to the forehead. Stone picking up momentum here a little bit. He was going for a reverse suplex there maybe, but Bronco turned the tables. Bronco tosses Stone down to the floor.
Oh, man.
Takes a bit of a breather. Bit of a crazy thing to do. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stone just about jumped right through that table. Could you imagine a fall as a result of accidentally jumping through a table? That would have been absolutely ghastly.
And he'll leave the ring for this next stretch. With all this in mind, take it from me. Nothing good ever comes from rearranging furniture.
Wow. Nice high angle back body drop by Stone. Right on the unforgiving floor. Oh, he busted Bronco open. Bronco is bleeding.
He's turning the tables.
Bronco eating the steel steps. Nice spinning back kick by Bronco. Walking things off a bit. Luring Stone back into the ring. He's got the high ground. Stone better be careful. He's got a table now, too. Oh, he nails Stone. Little payback from earlier.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
And Bronco. Well, looks like Bronco's going to set up 2 tables.
Table is set up. Oh, boy.
Bad intentions on both of these lads' minds.
Can he take advantage? Check this out.
Wow. Beautiful inverted DDT there by Tyler Bronco. Oh! Through one table.
He didn't move Steel.
Elbow to the face. Stone did not want to go through that second table. Oh, it is 1-1. 1-1. The next fall wins it all. Who's going to go through the table next? Is it going to be Stone or Bronco? Who's walking out the world champion? Oh, he spears him right off his feet. And Stone is not done yet. Big jumping knee drop right to the forehead. And here he goes. He's going upstairs. Stone taken to the skies. Wow. Good God.
Outside the ring now. He has no need to rush.
Stone hit himself in the head with that table, diving back into the ring. That's crazy. Oh, he lands the inverted DDT again. Bronco is down and out.
I think the paradigm has shifted.
Tony Stone further punishing Tyler Bronco here. Bronco back to his feet. Stone played around too long. Big knee lift. Oh, he stunned him. A stunner from Bronco, and Bronco going right back upstairs. He's not finished with Tony Stone yet. Nails into the big double axe handle, and now Bronco going to set that table up. Nope, he's not done yet. Changed his mind. He's not done with Stone. Could be making a mistake here. Could be making a mistake here.
Are we close to the beginning of the end? He's begging him to get up.
And he's still, I mean, he should be setting that table up. Another stunner. And Stone is definitely down and out. I don't know why Bronco slap it on a submission. I don't understand why he's not setting up the table and utilizing this opportunity to put a almost lifeless Stone at this point. But look at this. Stone with a burst of energy. A tornado DDT. Down goes Bronco. And Bronco might be paying here for his apparent inability to finish Tony Stone. I mean, he was lifeless. He could have picked him up and tossed him through a table.
Great reversal. He got whipped into that corner.
I mean, in some manner, they are still both battling for control of this match.
This match needed a mud hole.
Stone in control right now, though.
strategizing and execution. It's all coming together.
And just like Bronco, Stone's not done. Oh! Vicious DDT.
We could have a new champion. Stops the kick. Takedown.
They are stuck in a loop.
I mean, at some point, one of them's going to have to grab that table.
Applying a nice short jab to the bridge of the nose. Great counter.
Oh! Boot straight to the face.
He's returning fire. Down with a DDT.
Another DDT by Bronco. Here we go. Bronco has that table again. He's finally setting it up.
He's setting this table up, and guys, someone's about
Tyler,
to have a really
Tony Stone in trouble here. Oh, knee lift. I thought he was going to land him right through the table. Oh, look at this.
definitely not where you want to be.
Look at this.
Just carried like a rag doll here.
No way. Oh, yo. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the Table Mayhem match and new Wrestle Wars World Champion from Team YT Shadows. He is Tony the Demon Stone. He is your new world champion. Congratulations to Team YT Shadows and to Tony Stone, the newest double champion on the block. He is the reigning defending WCW TNT champion and now holds the Wrestle Wars World Championship. My God, what a fantastic match. What a fantastic evening. Great night. It was the final Wrestle Wars of the Year Championship edition, thanks to Team Dogface and, of course, thanks to Team YT Shadows. Any other redemptions from here on out when we do a pop-up show or if we have a tournament, you will have to wait till the new year to redeem them. But tonight was a very special show. Championship matches all night long, and it was a fantastic night. Some surprises along the way. I mean, we saw a brand new feud take shape right in front of our eyes in the women's division. I mean, there's going to be a lot going down in the new year. It's going to be exciting. 2023 is going to be huge. We're going to monetize on YouTube over at the Shark Tank in 2023 with YTD Academy. The shows are just going to keep getting better and better. Our community is going to keep growing, expanding. But anyways, that is it. That is all for episode number 428. Love you guys. You guys are fucking awesome, each and every one of you. Legends, all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the Archverse like you always do. You guys are the Archverse. Remember that. And I'll see you on your stream very soon and see what you're up to. Time to invade. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay. Get the fuck out. Goodbye.
Channel redemption of your choices. 069. The number to win a YTD championship matches. 2.